Peace, peace, family. Shalom, shalom. Yeah, I know everybody been inboxing me. Why ain't you live yet? Why ain't you live yet? I forgot I had left my camera at the detoxification home. So I had to get the camera back to me. But I got the camera back. We all plugged in. We most definitely finna learn some things today. So make sure y'all got y'all pens and y'all pads ready and y'all climb in. I'm gonna wait till everybody get in here. I got one announcement to make. It's more than an announcement. It's a comment. I got a comment to make to those who are following me, especially to my students who have been inspired herbalists and now making their herbal protocols and things like that. And then we'll get it started. So I'm gonna let everybody climb in. What we're talking about today is herpes. What is herpes? I did a video on where herpes came from, how it was created by the government in Fort Detrick military base in 1970. By the Rothschilds and by the Rockefellers. I already went through all of that. Now we finna get into the particulars of what herpes is. What is it? How do it act to the body? And how did it get in your body? And we're gonna have a long session on how to get it out of your body, y'all. How to truly rid your body of this disease. We have healed so many herpes cases. It's not even funny, y'all. We do this on the daily, literally monthly. We heal so many herpes cases. So you have it and in your mind that is incurable is a lie. How many herpes patients come to us daily? Speak up so they can hear you.
Most of the people I work with have HSV along with other things, but I would say HSV is the number one so-called disease that people are suffering from.
So that's our number one disease or so-called disease, a so-called virus that people come to us with. So we specialize in literally ridding this whole entire thing out of the body. We have online testimonies where females and males from their own mouths are saying that they don't have it no more. Then we got stacks and stacks and stacks of paperwork showing the diagnostic, especially my emails, just showing diagnostic sheets of people having herpes. And then they go through the amino acid therapeutic package. They change their diet to the amino acid diet program, and it literally, rid their body of it. They go get tested and they don't have it no more. So I feel like I am very inclined to speak about herpes. I feel like I'm very inclined to tell y'all what it is, just due to the clinical trials, due to being able to rid this thing out of your body and heal you from it, due to just the laboratory explanation for things and just certain information that I'm privy to that a lot of y'all are not. I feel like I'm most definitely equipped to have a whole full-blown conversation and presentation about this. Before we get into the video though, y'all know I teach a lot of y'all how to be healers. I teach and I inspire y'all to be healers and to become herbalists. I've been seeing a lot of my followers, and I'm not knocking y'all, is you can heal your own self. That's what I teach you to do. I'd rather you heal your own self and your family than I do that, because I'm not going to always be here. Kawhi is not going to always be here. Aniya's not going to always be here. My mama's not going to always be here to help facilitate your healing. But I've been seeing a lot of y'all coming up with new products and using my names, the same names I have as my products for y'all. That is completely off, and I don't want y'all doing that. All of my names are patented, by the way, and all of my names are copywritten. And also, or y'all would take the names of my products and y'all would change 2 letters. I don't rock like that. I'm giving y'all all this information for free. I'm teaching all of y'all for free. Nobody have paid me yet for teaching all of this information and knowledge for free. And I'm encouraging y'all to be herbalists. I motivate y'all to be herbalists. I'm giving all of this stuff away. So if I'm doing all this out of the kindness of my heart, please at least respect and honor me enough to not use my names on y'all packages, because that's false advertisement, or change 2 letters in y'all names and make it still sound like my packages. That's false advertisement. I totally don't like that. I totally disagree with it, and it's very offensive to me, because as much as I do for y'all. So if y'all can change that for me, I greatly appreciate it. If y'all don't, I'm most definitely going to be hollering at y'all one-on-one. So do something about that, family. All right, I see everybody is in here. Yeah, I know it's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. All right, so I see everybody in here. I'm gonna give like 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna get it started. We're gonna get it started. We're gonna show y'all how to truly rid the body of HSV1, HSV2, HSV3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It goes all the way to 13 now. It used to only be 8 that was prone to human beings. Now we see by clinical trials and just being back and forth to the laboratories and the doctors that it's 13 strands of the HSV virus that's susceptible to human beings now. All right. Shame on those for doing that after all the free help you give. Yeah, it's crazy. And it ain't no hard feelings. It's just that, like, dang, I inspired you to be an herbalist. Everything you do is after mine. I give y'all my ingredients. Every one of these herbalists that I've inspired are using my exact ingredients, ratios, and everything. I give it to you for free. At least you can do is give me enough respect and honor me enough to not take my names or to change just a little bit of my name and act like that you ain't just get the name from me. Come on, man. We can't do that. I don't rock like that. You shouldn't rock like that either. So we have to be very, very, very respectable when it comes to this business. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't been seeing that lately. I just been a lot of people jacking and changing a letter or, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. We don't rock like that. We don't do that. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. All right, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right, so look, if y'all ready to talk about herpes, if y'all ready to see my presentation, type in some 9s, and we gonna get this thing started. At the end, we will do questions and answers according to everything y'all just learned. All right, so type in some 9s and let's get it started. When I see a lot of 9s come across my screen, we're gonna get it started. I'm gonna have a Kawhi reading for me because y'all know I be messing up these words. So I'm gonna have her read for me today. All praises. All right, let's get it started. Let me share my screen with y'all, and we're going to jump straight into it. We're going to jump straight into it. Should I share my whole screen or just a little bit of it?
Probably the whole screen.
All right. What I'm going to do, y'all, I'm going to share the whole entire screen. I ain't going to be able to see my face or none of that. I'm going to share the whole entire screen. That way y'all can get all of this. And when I need to come in and talk to y'all, I'll unshare the screen. So let me do that real quick. All right, what I do, I go to brand, take that off. Okay, go back here. All right, let's get it. Share screen. All right, y'all let me know when y'all can see this entire screen. I got a little problem going on here. All right, I'm finna go and log on too. Y'all make sure y'all like and y'all share this. Again, this is called the herpes virus. What is it and how to completely rid it from the body? All right. If y'all can see my screen, if y'all can hear me well, if I sound good, if I'm not skipping and all of that, type in some 7s and we can get everything started. I just want to make sure everything is perfect before we start this. Type in some 7s and we'll get everything started. If y'all can see my screen well, if y'all can hear me well, all of that. Make sure you got your pens and your pads, family, because you know they probably going to end up snatching this video down. What about you? Can you see me well? Turn it up just a little bit. Can you hear me well?
I was trying to go in on Facebook and see how Facebook is looking.
Okay, they saying they can see me and hear me well on Facebook. What about YouTube? Can you see me well? Turn it up just a little bit. Okay, let's get it. All right, so again, this is called the herpes virus. What is it and how to completely rid it from your body? Now, as you can see, what you're looking at right here is a hemith worm. Anybody that know my teaching, anybody that know my clinical trials and studies and my connection with the laboratories in Illinois, now in Missouri and in Arkansas, we do a lot of trial runs. We do a lot of sampling, a lot of culture samplings and things like that. And when we come to find out that herpes is not only a virus, herpes is actually a parasite that invades your body, and it carries a virus and it carries a bacillus or a bacteria. And that's how the virus actually get inside of your body. It get inside of your body by you contracting the parasite. The whole thing that we have to see is once you rid the body of the parasitic, you rid the body of the viruses and diseases, and that's how you get rid of so-called herpes. Now check this out. The whole thing is, what is weakening your immune system? What is weakening your body to make your immunological system, which I hate that word because it's a made-up word and don't really give the definition of what I'm talking about. So we have a new word, y'all. We call it the lymphatical defense system, because that's all the so-called immunological system is. It's the lymphatic system. So we call it the lymphatical defense system. So write that down, y'all. Well, that's what we're going to coin it. We making up our own words in 2020. We're not going to let them give us definitions on what things truly are. All right. So what literally lowers your lymphatical defense system to allow this bacterium and this virus to come in by way of this parasitic that we call the hemorrhoid worm. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Now it's finna get deep. Let's talk about these things. All right, Kawhi, you can go and start reading. Okay, now all the sources are here, y'all. Y'all see chapter 68, herpes virus, is by Whitley R.J. That's the publication details. Y'all can look all this stuff up yourselves. All this is common knowledge. All right. So look, it says general concepts. You got it? Can you see it?
Can you hear me from right here?
You might have to move closer. Hold on, family. Give us 1 second, Terry, for us. And turn that heater off. It's loud. All right, now come on. You'll be all right for a minute. Hold on, y'all. We waiting on Kawhi. All right, here we go again. Just to show y'all can look this stuff up yourselves. This is public knowledge by Willie R.J. Chapter 68, herpes virus, general concepts. All right, let's read.
Of the more than 100 known herpes viruses, 8 routinely infect only humans.
Can y'all hear her well? Before we keep reading, let me know if y'all can hear her well. Type in some 9s and we'll keep going. Or if she need to speak up, let us know. Hold on. We got to get this. I want to make sure this record perfectly. That way people are like, could you do a part 2 or none of that? Could y'all hear Kawhi good? Type in some 9s if y'all can hear her well. Or do she need to speak up? Let us know now. And the reason why I want to do all this before we get started is that way we won't be stopping in the middle of this thing. Okay, they said they can hear you well. I started over. From the general biology of human herpes virus.
Okay. For the screen.
Let's get it. All right, there we go.
Of the more than 100 known herpes viruses, 8 routinely infect only humans. Herpes simplex virus types 1 and 2, Varicella zoster virus.
So hold on. So look, we see that we got so many of them, but 8 of them is only prone to human beings. Now we have figured out that 13 of them is prone to human beings. All right. So the first one is the herpes simplex virus 1 and 2. Now the second one was what?
Varicella zoster virus.
So the second one is Varicella zoster virus. Now the third one is what?
Cytomegalovirus.
Yep, cytomegalovirus. What's the fourth one?
Epstein-Barr virus.
Come on.
Human herpes virus 6 variants A and B.
So you have a virus 6 A and B. We're going to get into what all these is. We're going to show pictures and everything. And I want to show y'all the correlation and how HIV and herpes is the exact thing. It's just a different splice of this strain. There's no difference between herpes and HIV, y'all. And I've been telling y'all that for years, but we finna prove it today. Come on.
Human herpes virus 7.
Kaposi's
sarcoma virus.
And now Kaposi's sarcoma is what you see in HIV and full-blown AIDS patients. That's the lesions that come out of your skin when you have actual AIDS and HIV. Why is this mentioned under the herpes simplex virus? Now remember when we did the video and I was teaching y'all about how these viruses was created in the laboratory at Fort Detrick military base. I showed y'all the book that talk about that and everything, and I will give y'all all the sources on that. Remember, all these diseases in 1980 and before that was just called cancer. Then the Cancer Foundation came in, which is another armed military germ warfare base. And then they started breaking these different names up of cancer into different things. Lymphoma, Kaposi, herpes, HIV, AIDS, sickle cell anemia, which is nothing but leukemia. Leukemia is nothing but cancer. Well, cancer is nothing but a form of HIV. That's why with people with stage 4 cancer, usually when they go get tested, they test positive for HIV. Why is that? Now we finna run all these things together and show y'all how these things come. It all comes from a parasite, and it comes from a parasite that inhabit the virus and the bacterium. And it's so easy to get rid of when you quit letting them scare you and how you thinking these things are incurable or like you have the EBGBs or something. And I'm gonna tell y'all something too, which we can prove. Half of these diseases do not even come by way of sex. It's from what you put it in your mouth, family. But let's prove it. Come on.
Or human herpes virus 8. A simian virus called B virus.
Now, and the simian virus was prone to the rhesus monkeys. Remember that in Africa? What they did was they took the simian virus from the proteins of the monkeys, and this is what they created the hepatitis B vaccination from, and this is how they spread it: HIV, herpes, and full-blown AIDS. What's the difference? Let's see. Come on.
Occasionally infects humans. All herpes viruses can establish latent infection within specific tissues, which are characteristic for each virus.
All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. I hope y'all writing this stuff down. Now, the first one we're going to get into herpes simplex virus 1 and 2. There is no difference of the outbreak. A lot of people think that if you have 2, you only break out on the genital areas. That's not true. You can have herpes simplex 2 and break out on the lips, and have herpes simplex 1 and break out on the genitals, because it's the same thing. When the strand hairs split differently due to the RNA, that's when they give it a different name. But if you look at the nucleus of the cell of this RNA gene in this cell, it's the same exact cell, the same exact mutations, the same exact capsid and protein envelope. It's all the same exact thing. Whether we're going to go to herpes or we're going to go to HIV, whether we're going to go to full-blown AIDS or we're going to go to certain stages of cancer, it all shows the same in the blood, y'all. It does. Now, if you see in herpes simplex 1, we see this person's lips. Y'all see these clusters in the epidermis of her cells? So this is the epidelia, right? Cells, which just means epiderm. Epi means above, or epi means beyond, and then derm means skin. So above or on the surface of the skin, we see a cluster. This cluster is nothing but the virus coming out of the skin. Usually when you get outbreaks, that's your lymphatical defense system, or what we used to call the immunological system, fighting the virus and trying to get rid of the parasite. So let me just show you how this looks, because a lot of people don't know they have herpes when they show so many different signs. And a lot of people don't actually get these signs. They have other symptoms. All right, let's keep going. And viewer discretion is advised, y'all. And if you got any children that y'all want to see this stuff, make sure you turn your computer or your screen, because we is finna show vagina parts, penises, breasts, and all of that. We is learning. This is for educational purpose only. This is the herpes simplex virus, right? Y'all see what is happening to the epidermis. Y'all see what's happening to the skin. Y'all see these ulcers coming through the skin, and it is on the tongue, right? A lot of people think they have a good lymphatical defense system, or what you'll call immunological system, is when the disease go dormant and it's very latent and it don't come to the surface. No, that means your immune system is weak, and this thing is just doing what it want to do inside of the ganglion nerves in the central nervous system of your body. You know your immunological system and your lymphatical system is working when you're actually getting outbreaks. It's a good thing to get outbreaks. That's why the first time you go on our herbs, what happened?
You get an outbreak.
You get outbreaks. You go on our herbs, you finna be popping canker sores everywhere, because it's getting rid of the virus and of the bacterium, the bacillus, and it's getting rid of the parasite all at the same time. Let's keep going. I want to give y'all a visual, especially for people that don't have herpes and just want to see what this is about. We have to show all of this. This is herpes, y'all. And notice it always break out in clusters. It always break out in clusters. Let's keep it going. And if I'm talking too fast, let me know and I will slow down. This is how it looks on the penis. Do y'all see that? The same clusters that was on the lips is now on the penis. Now, this one is actually working in the spinal column. That's why it's expressing itself through the penis, or sometimes on the anus, on the buttocks, on the inner thigh, on the knee, on the ankle. All of these things are herpes. The herpes simplex, whether we talking about simplex 1 or 2, whether we talking about the Epstein-Barr virus, whether we talking about the mononucleosis virus, all of these things are herpes. All of them. We're going to keep going through them. Let's keep going. So right now we just showing, viewers' discretion is advised, y'all. Right now we're just showing herpes 1 and 2, what it looked like on the penis. Y'all gonna see what it looked like on the vagina as well. Notice these are nothing but skin cells that's full of mucus and pus. Look what's inside of them. Notice that the skin is translucent. You can see straight through it. What do you see inside of here? You don't see blood. You see lymphatic waste, lymphatic fluid. That's what you see. You see the mucous membrane, the mucosa response. This is a lymphatical defense response. This is not an immunity response. This is the lymphatic system getting these things out of the body. Your kidneys are not working properly to flush them down that way. So what does it do? It rinses the nervous system and push them through the epidermis of the skin. Exactly what's going on. Let's keep it going. And anybody that's dealing with this, you don't have the EVGBs or nothing like that. You don't have to suffer with this forever. You can get rid of it. We know this by facts that we do over and over and over and over again through oral amino acid therapy. Let's keep it going. This is a vagina. You see that? Look on the hood. Look above the clitoris. You see that? That is herpes. That is a virus. This is a parasite that is doing this to our bodies. That's carrying viruses that was created by the military base for germ warfare. Also bacteria that you get from your regular foods and that from them spraying pesticides and things on your food and that you're not properly using your food. But all this happened by a weak lymphatical defense system. Whenever the immunological system get weak, the mucous membrane get compromised, and if it get a space, the bacterium is going to slide through there because what's creeping through the mucosa membrane? The parasite. And it attacks the gut first. It attacks the gut first. Look at that. This is very discomforting. From all the stories I hear about it, it hurt real bad. It's painful to sit down and everything. You're dealing with a parasite, y'all. A parasite that have a virus in it. And when it poops its virus into your bloodstream. And then we're going to show the way it worked, though. It's crazy how it worked. Let's keep going. And these things can get real worse, y'all. Look at this one. In females, this is inside of her hood. Imagine how painful that is. You see that? This is what this government is doing to our people by way of food. You see that? By way of growing crops and produce. By way of household items and hygienes. All this causes that. Now, if it get inside the bloodstream, of course, transmission can be through sex. But how did the first person get it? How did the first person get it? You see that? That's my question. We know how. We know how. And we finna prove it all. Let's keep it going, family. Look at this stuff. Let's go another one. You see these? You see these lesions? These canker sores? This is the lymphatical defense system pushing it all out the body. You see it on the hood? On the hood? Look at it. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. This is my last one, and then we over the genital pictures. This is one after it's healing. We get pictures like this all the time, y'all. So when it's finally healing and the scars are going away, this is what it looks like before it scabs up. This is what they're doing to us. Notice this is an acidic response. This is acids. Only acidic response will burn you like that. Well, what's the system that deals with the acidic nature of the body? The lymphatical system. The blood don't deal with acids because you would die. The lymphatical system deals with the acid. Not the immune system. We don't even know what the immune system is. It's the biggest lie ever. It's the biggest deception ever. Then they will tell you, well, the 98.9% of the lymphatic system makes up the immunological system. That's because the lymphatical defense system is the immune system. It's all to throw you off. It's all to keep you from finding truly how to heal yourself. Now, that was herpes simplex virus 1 and 2. Let's get into the other ones we mentioned. Let's get into the Epstein-Barr virus. All right, now let's read this. We pulling it up, y'all. We pulling it up. Y'all can find it. If y'all can see this, I screenshotted this at 12:30. Here go all the sources, y'all. Let's pull it up and see what it says. All right, here it goes. It says Epstein-Barr virus, which is a part of the herpes simplex virus. It's all a part of the same zoster family, y'all. Do not let nobody tell you different. If you have psoriasis, you have herpes. If you have eczema, you have herpes. If you had chicken pox, you have herpes. If you had shingles, you have herpes. If you have psoriasis plaque buildup, you have herpes. If you have itchy elbow disease, you have herpes. If you have amoxicillin rash, you have herpes. If you have a leukemia rash, you have herpes. If you have constant recurring yeast infection, you have herpes. So on and so forth. We even got it to where we see that people with toenail fungus have herpes. All of these are a part of this zoster family, y'all. All of them. They don't tell you that because they need to keep your lymphatical system down because they have an agenda. It's called depopulation control. They have an agenda. And if you let this stuff go unchecked long enough, it will kill you because it causes Alzheimer's disease. It causes Parkinson's disease. It causes so many brain diseases because it's literally an attack on your nervous system. And we're going to show how it lives and expresses way out your nervous system and literally eat your nervous system. It eat all the protein molecules out of your nervous system. It's crazy. Let's keep reading.
The Epstein-Barr virus.
Read up for them back.
The Epstein-Barr virus, formerly called human gamma herpes virus 4.
All right, so we went over 1 and 2. Now we're going over 3 and 4. Right? Come on.
Called the human gamma herpes virus 4, is one of the 9 known human herpes types in the herpes family. All right,
so first we just talked, it said 8, right? Mm-hmm. Now it says 9. You see, year after year, they're finding, because what we doing, we putting pressure on the laboratories. We putting pressure on these doctors. So year after year, they coming out with more information. Damn, it wasn't 8, it was 9. Hold on, it was 9, it was 10. It's all the way up to 13 now, family. Give it a year. Yeah, y'all heard it from Yaki first. It's up to 13. It just take them a couple years to update the database. It's up to 13 of these things. Come on.
And is one of the most common viruses in humans.
One of the most common viruses. Do you know over 417 million people are suffering with herpes right now? And I'm just talking 1 and 2. We're not even talking about 3 to 13. I'm just talking about 1 to 2. Do you realize that? Do y'all realize over 1 billion people suffer from herpes worldwide if we're going to go 1 through 13? Huh? Do you realize that means 1 out of every 7 person have herpes? If you get 7 people in a room right now, 1 of them have herpes. Do y'all see that? I'm not making this up, y'all. Look it up. This is common knowledge. You just got to know how to search the right places. We in the clinical trials of things, so we get pictures. We see how the immune system responds, how the lymphatical system responds. We got pictures of so many parasites, don't we? Yeah. People lifting their parasites out of the toilet with herpes. We got the blood work showing the chemicals that's associated with herpes. There is not one person with herpes that's not suffering from these 4 chemicals that we're going to mention, because these 4 chemicals actually weakens the lymphatical defense system, or what they are called the immune system. And once that weakens, this worm that you already have in your gut from the bullshit you've been eating, it get a chance to cross through the blood and vein area of the capillaries of the stomach. Once it does that, it literally defecate inside of your blood and inside of your mucosal membrane, and then boom, that's how the virus starts to spread. That's how the bacterium bacillus starts to spread. See that? Now, but if your lymphatic system was strong enough, It would never make it through the blood capillaries of your stomach, and it would just sit there. All of us have parasites, family. Everybody got a parasite. What makes your body respond to the parasite or not is if your lymphatic system is stagnated, if your kidneys are not working right, if your so-called immune system is not working, then it can just have its way with your body. And we got videos, family. Y'all know I love showing videos. Come on.
It is best known as the cause of infectious mononucleosis.
See that? So look, not only is it called the Epstein-Barr virus, it's also called mono, which means one, nucleosis. Nucleosis is when literally you have pathological entities inside the nucleus of the cell. So this damn virus literally penetrates the Golgi apparatus, blood and mucosa barrier of each cell, and go and eat out all the phytonutrients inside of your blood cells. Don't that sound just like the definition of cancer and HIV? It's the same exact definition, just a different name. We've been bamboozled, family, flat out. Now read the higher classification name. What do that say?
Hold
on. What is the prefix? What the prefix is?
Prefix is lymph.
Lymph, meaning it's directly connected to what?
Your lymphatic.
The lymphatic system.
Lymphocryptovirus.
See that? Lymphocryptovirus. It literally look, y'all know what to mean to be crypto or be crippled. It literally cripple your whole lymphatic system, meaning it weakens your lymphatical defense system. So we have to quit saying immune system. That's bullshit, family. They're talking about the lymphatic system. They don't want you to learn about the great lymphatic system because they don't want you to heal yourself. The moment you learn about the lymphatic system is the moment you get your life back. They don't want you to know about that. Come on. Order.
Oh, the order is Herpes viralis.
Yep, Herpes viralis. So Herpes viralis, come on. Scientific name.
Name is human herpes 4.
Come on.
The family is Herpes viridae.
Yep, Herpes viridae. And look, it ranks itself as a what? Species. Hold on. If we dealing with just, if we dealing with this virus that's just in the air, why is it calling this thing a species? That's my question. If this is just something, that virus, it's just RNA. It don't have any life to it. It's just like a virus hacking a computer. No, they rank this as a species because it's a living entity that's in your body. And it takes a ride on a parasite along with bacillus, a bacterium that we're going to talk about, y'all, because it's in most of your foods you eating. It's in most of your breads. It's in everything. So we finna truly show y'all how this works and how to heal your bodies. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Hold on. Somebody said they can't watch live. Can everybody hear me typing some 9s before we keep going? If you can hear me typing some 9s, family. If you can hear me typing some 9s. I see a couple people saying that they have some technical difficulties. Okay, Carlos Pereira said he hears us. Okay. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. All right, now look, check this out. So I just showed y'all pictures and symptomatic epidermal approaches or manifestations of herpes simplex virus 1 and 2. Now we finna show some symptomatic epidermis manifestations of the Epstein-Barr virus, which is always going to be mononucleosis, or what you call monoracis, amoxicillin. Now, amoxicillin is from what I'm hearing in my clinical terms and all the years I've been in this, amoxicillin is a antibacteria, ain't it? Amoxicillin. Antibiotic. That's an antibiotic. So antibiotics can cause herpes? Yes, it can. Do y'all realize how antibiotics is made, like penicillin and amoxicillin? It is made from mold and fungus. Did y'all know that? Look it up. That's why if y'all hear me speaking over 4 years ago, I said herpes was a yeast parasite. Yeast is created from mold and fungus. Hey, it's gonna get deep, y'all. Now, if y'all look at the back of this man's neck, y'all see all of these bumps that's around his hair follicles. We see a lot of brothers with this on their beards and on the back of their necks, and y'all say it's shave bumps. 99.9%, there are not shave bumps. What you do is you're irritating the nerve endings in the skin, and this is what activates the nerve ganglia, and it brings the herpes virus to the surface. So you think it was caused by a razor, but the razor just caused the skin to be irritated, and you activated the virus and the bacillus that was in deep within your nerve tissue. So whenever you see this on a beard or on the neck or on the back of the neck and stuff like that, this is what you would call Epstein-Barr virus. This is herpes, y'all. I know this hurt a lot of feelings, but I'm just telling y'all the truth. Telling y'all the truth. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Hold on. Here it go again. Notice this, with people that have chronic back acne. If you have chronic back acne, notice most of your nerve centers are in your spinal cord, and these nerve endings are attached directly to your back. Your back and the bottom of your feet and inside of your belly button and in your anus is where most of your nerve endings are at. These are the most sensitive parts of your body, other than up under your underpits and up under the back of your knees. This is where your nerve endings is at. So you can tell a person's health all just by checking and really looking at their back. Look at this back. You see all these white corpuscles? That is Epstein-Barr virus. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. It gets deeper, y'all. Because we have to talk about chronic acne. And if you can, all you have to do is pull up Epstein-Barr virus herpes, and these pictures gonna show up on Google. A few of these pictures is of my own from the clients who we healed sent to us, but most of this stuff is under common knowledge. This is not acne. If you literally type up Epstein-Barr virus, this will pop up. So you think you have chronic acne when you don't. You actually have herpes virus. All right. Y'all see that? And somebody asked a question about staph infection. I want to stay on point, but staph come from the same word staphylococcus or streptococcus. This is dealing with a whole different bacterium and virus, but it is a virus and it is created. But this is different with dealing with a whole different type of worm. Right now, we're talking about hemith worm. All hem means we're gonna get to it, but no, it's not the same thing. But they are cousins, and when you look up the parasitic family nature of them, so it's not the same thing, y'all. But look, I want to stay on topic. Let's stay on topic. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep looking. It gets deeper. Hold on, y'all. I got a little delay. Have a little delay. Now, why this is doing that, remember that whenever you got herpes simplex 1 and 2, that's dealing with the lips. That's dealing with the genitals. Whenever you have Epstein-Barr virus, that's dealing with mononucleosis. That's dealing with the monorash, amoxicillin rash. That's dealing with yeast infections. That's dealing with eczema. That's dealing with the leukemia rash. That's dealing with all of that. Look at this face. You see that? That's eczema. That's eczema on this baby girl. Eczema is herpes, y'all. It's herpes. And it's living in the ganglia nerve called the basal ganglia. Whenever anybody have herpes, they dealing with basal ganglia parasitics, or what you call herpes. It's in the nerve center of the ganglia. It expresses itself through the epithelial cells of the skin. All right. So anybody that got babies out here with severe eczema, severe acne and stuff like that, or you have it, that is nothing but herpes. Quit trying to treat them like they have a blood disorder and start treating them like they have a parasite, and you will see that they will heal. We've been trying to heal the virus when we need to be expelling parasites. That's why when you get into Yaki Awaken Herbal Research Club and Botanical Health Club, we have a high success rate of healing disease because we know what we're dealing with. Let's keep it going. Look at these poor little babies, y'all. Look at these poor little babies. Look at that baby face. All of that eczema on the lips, on the cheeks. That's herpes. Could have got it coming from your womb. Could have got it while it was in the womb. You see that? Because you feed the baby your chromosomes and DNA. Could have got it from the things you're feeding it, especially from that damn yeast formula milk that's full of yeast and pus. And we're going to talk about these foods because these foods have these chemicals in it that, boy, Oh, we. Y'all see that? Yes. Almost everybody got some form of herpes. And y'all be fighting, breaking up with your boyfriends and divorcing with your husbands and wives, thinking y'all gave each other STD when y'all both done had the damn virus in y'all systems since y'all got vaccinated when y'all was 2 years old. You see that? Y'all been had this. Y'all done caught this from y'all refrigerator. Y'all done got this from foods and breads. Y'all done got this from fermentation of fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables that have pesticides sprayed on them. Y'all done got this from cow manure grown crops. Quit letting these people lie to y'all. We have clinical facts, y'all. This is nothing we making up. We got proof. We got evidence. And look, and better than that, we have healing cases. Plenty of them. Plenty of them. Just go down my page. I have nothing to lie about here. And teaching others to heal people also. See that? Let's quit allowing these people to tell us what we have. Let's start researching ourselves. That's why we need to put together a Black Foundation research laboratory group and fund some millions of dollars and build our own laboratory. I will run it. I would love to run it. I'd be like a child at the toy store. I would love to run it. But we can start researching this stuff ourselves, and I don't have to send my samples off to Arkansas. We ain't got to send our samples off to Illinois in some parts of Missouri to have them test our stuff. We can do it ourselves. We need to build our own laboratory because they be lying. Lying asses. Boy, I'm getting mad thinking about it. Look at these children. Look at that. Y'all see that? That is herpes. All right, let's keep it going. Let's read some more. Let's read some more because I got pictures to show for days. Not only that, y'all, itchy elbow disease as well. Y'all see that? All of this is a form of herpes, and we're going to read it. Itchy elbow disease. It's called herpes dermatitis. If you got lesions and you get bumps on your elbows a lot, that's herpes. That's herpes. Let's keep it going. Yes, y'all, they are creating viruses, injecting these things into all types of parasitics, injecting them into snails. Wait till we get down deep into this lesson, y'all. It's going to blow y'all mind how evil and how corrupt this system is. Now, not only that, remember, occurring yeast infections is herpes. It's a yeast candida parasite you're dealing with. Exposing the secret causes of yeast infection in men and the yeast infected women, including easy tips for yeast infection treatments today by applying home remedies for yeast infections. If you have herpes, family, you have a yeast infection. Just look at your tongue, look at your fingernails, and look at the way your skin expresses itself. That's yeast, candida, fungus, mold, fermentation, which create alcohol. Alcohol dissolves and breaks down the mucosa membrane. When you break down the mucosa membrane, which is a part of the lymphatical defense system, guess what? You allow everything to just have its way with you and come inside of your body. You see that? My 8-year-old have dry, itchy, painful elbows. See, sis? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, sis. That's herpes. I had chicken pox when I was little. That's herpes. I just cleansed myself. So y'all just have to learn how to cleanse yourself. And that's what I'm trying to teach y'all today. And if you don't have the means to do it yourself, holler at us. We do it every day, all day. We done cleanse this so much. It's crazy. We got it down to a scientific formula, don't we? Straight up. Straight up. We got a scientific formula. This is a vaginal. This is a vagina cavity. You see that? Notice when we're looking at this yeast candida infected vagina, we see lesions. Look at it. Look at the hoods. Look at the clitoris. Look inside of her vaginal canal. Look at her yoni. Look on her yoni pathway. See all of that candida? That's that's not creaming. That's not that. That's yeast that's coming out of you women. Because I'm just keeping it real. A lot of women think that they be actually creaming and stuff, and coming and stuff like that. Most of the time, now don't get me wrong, y'all do have certain secretions from ovaries and stuff that will give you that milky like substance, but most of the time you're dealing with this. All you got to do is go look. All you have to do is literally get you a scalpel and scrape that vaginal wall and test it. Most of the time it's going to come back to be yeast positive and candida positive for fungus and mold. If you got that and you don't test positive for the antibody protein, that does not mean that you don't have herpes. That just means that herpes is hiding behind nickel. That herpes is hiding behind silicona. That herpes is hiding behind zinc. It's hiding behind copper. It's hiding behind these metals that we're going to start talking about, and we're going to show you how to get it out the body. So sometimes you don't test positive for herpes. Hell, half the time you don't until you get aggravated until your stress hormones or that amino acid arginine and estrogen be prominent in the body, and then it brings it out, and you don't test positive for it. You can't test it in your blood, and it won't test positive during a culture because it's hiding and it's latent and it's hiding behind a metal. Once we remove the metal, it has to show its ugly face. Once we cleanse the mucosa membrane in the skin, it has to go somewhere. There, boom, you start popping canker sores you never knew you had. It's so many people that we have treated with our herbs for something else, and they find out when we find out that they got herpes. Showing you that it will lie dormant until you bring it out. See that? Let's keep it going. Hold on, because it gets deeper. Look, we just still on the Epstein-Barr virus. Look at this. This had came from this woman's vagina. And they would say that this is they're wet. They will say that this is cum. They will say that that's mute. Look, what is that?
Mucus.
That is the mucus membrane response. Getting the candida in this herpes simplex, trying to get it up out of your vagina canal, y'all. You see that? Ooh-wee. I know a lot of people don't want to talk about this, but it's finna get deeper. It's finna get deeper. Always check your tongue. This will let you know if you have herpes or not. Check your tongue. It's different stages of this. This is a very, very chronic stage. This is not an acute stage. This is very chronic. But any type of this sign shows that you have this parasite in your body. And we're going to talk about the parasite, the name of it. Hemith worm is a very broad classification of the exact worm. We're going to get down to the exact worm, his name, his shape, his lifespan, everything. Do y'all see that? Well, I'm going to say her lifespan because usually you're dealing with a female. You see that, y'all? Don't your babies be having this? They call it thrush. Oh, it's just thrush. Too much milk. This milk just sitting on the tongue. Well, that milk ferments. The ferments turn to a germinated cell. These germinated cells feeds this bacillus that's in the stomach. See that? It's many different ways to get herpes, y'all. Way before sex was even in the play, people was catching this stuff. You don't need sex to catch herpes. We have too many cases like that. We had a woman that didn't have sex for 20 years and caught, remember that case?
Yep.
She caught HIV. HIV. She like, it's impossible, Yaki, for me to catch this. I don't know how. I haven't had sex. She like, my vagina got cobwebs in it. She even made a joke. She like, it ain't no way. Come to find out, she got it from the hospital. She got it from the hospital. Quit letting these people out of y'all. Straight up. Nasi said, does HSV stage 1 through 13 come with different symptoms? Yeah, Nasi Mikael, that's what we're going through now. Right? We already went over herpes simplex virus 1 and 2. Now we're just talking about virus 3 and 4. And this is exactly what we're into right now.
So knowing that HSV and HPV are pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Does HPV fit into one of these 13, or is that a separate?
That's the same thing. So the hepalonian virus is the same thing, but this bacillus bring you warts. So it's a difference between warts and canker sores. Same family though. Okay. Same family. So you on the right track. There's no such thing as different diseases. It's all one virus. It's all one virus. It's just the way that it manifests itself. They give it a different name. That's it. They are liars. Straight up liars, y'all. Oh, we already went over that one. All right, time for reading again. So we done covered 2 of them. We done covered HSV 1 and 2. Now we just covered HSV 3 and 4, which is the Epstein-Barr virus, right? This gives you mononucleosis. This gives you amoxicillin rash, which comes from antibiotics or antibiochemistry, constant yeast infections, constant UTIs, severe eczema, leukemia rashes. See that? Now we finna get into the next one. What is this next one?
Varicella zoster virus.
Varicella zoster virus. Now, y'all done heard of the zoster vaccine, huh? This is how most of the herpes got into our people, through the zoster vaccination. Yes. And it's a patent on the virus, and it's a patent on the actual vaccines. Every virus is man-made. There's not one virus in the existence of humanity that was not made by man. Now, you have bacterium that's made by Yahweh, that's just come as a byproduct of nature. But if it's a virus, it has a patent. If it has a patent, that means some man created it. Facts. Let's keep going.
Human alpha herpes virus 3.
See that? So now this is human alpha herpes virus 3. Come on.
Usually referred to as the varicella zoster virus. Is one of the 9 herpes viruses.
Come on.
Known to infect humans.
All right, so look, we just went over 1 and 2, we into 3 and 4, but this is the alpha 3. So I don't want to include this in 3. We're just gonna call it alpha 3 because it's a spin-off of the Epstein-Barr virus. This one just caused chicken pox and shingles and stuff like that. But we finna get into it. Let's keep reading.
It causes chicken pox.
So if you ever had chicken pox, you have herpes. If you had chicken pox and you haven't cleansed, you have herpes. I had chicken pox, meaning at one point in my life, I had herpes. You see, I'm not afraid to admit that because I cleansed it out of my body. How many people done had chicken pox? How many people done had the measles and smallpox? How many people have eczema? All these things. It's herpes, y'all. We acting like this is just like a freak of nature or something. It's easy to get rid of. I had chicken pox when I was 4. That was herpes. I wasn't having sex when I was 4. So where did this herpes come from? They ain't ready for this conversation, I'm telling you. Come on.
A disease most commonly affecting children, teens, and young adults.
All right, so chickenpox is one of them. This is a part of the alpha herpes virus 3. Come on.
And shingles in adults.
So, and shingles. So, shingles is actually herpes too, right? Isn't that what we're reading?
Yes.
All right, now check this out. This is how you know there is a skin-to-skin disease, and we can't keep calling it a virus, but it is a parasitical bacterium that brings a virus. Because if you touch someone with chickenpox and shingles, don't you get chickenpox and shingles?
Yep.
That's why we see. Go ahead.
Very highly contagious.
That's why we see people that still use condoms with the herpes simplex virus still get herpes. We see people say, "I use the condom, dog." That don't mean nothing. This is a mucosal membrane parasite. It's literally called epiderma shedding. You don't even have to be popping these canker sores. If it's shedding, if the parasite sheds its skin and a part of that skin sheds on you, you can catch it. We have to change this whole. So you think you can, well, I ain't had sex. You can hug somebody with chickenpox and shingles or with eczema, and you can accidentally touch their shedding molecules and you will get it. What are y'all talking about? We have to relearn these viruses. Quit letting them teach y'all what these things is. Let's get it raw and uncut in the real definitions of them. Most of us should have had chickenpox before 7. That's right, Hits Nikki. People don't want to keep it 1,000 though. Everybody got it. Everybody done had it. I just cleanse it out of my body because I'm a herbalist and I know how to heal it, and we know how to heal every other disease. But yes, we all, if you didn't have these things, any of these things that we done mentioned so far, and you haven't cleansed, truly did a herbal amino acid therapy cleanse from us, or you haven't went to my Dr. Sabi wife, or you didn't go to Dr. Sabi before he died, you know, and it's I'm gonna give another one. Patrick Dowles, he got a few healing cases of herpes. I ain't gonna knock no herbalist that's truly healing. I am gonna shout them out. If you haven't went to them or me, you still got it. Unless it's somebody out there that's healing and ain't saying nothing at all to nobody. And it's probably people out there that's doing that. I'm not saying like we just the only 4 people out here truly healing these things. You see what I'm saying? I would not say that at all. Or Morse. Morse heal it a lot too. So if you ain't going to these 5 people, including myself, then you still got it. You need to cleanse. Straight up. Let's just keep it real. All right, come on.
Scientific name, human herpes virus 3.
Higher
classification, varicella virus.
Yeah, varicella virus. Now, my whole thing is this. If all these things the same virus, why do they have different names? Because we finna get into HIV and cancer, and we're going to read the same thing. Oh, a lot of people going to hate that. Y'all are going to hate that part. So why is there different names? Because with different names and different locations of the expression of the same parasitical disease and virus brings a different income of money. You see that? Do y'all see that? Yeah, let's get it. All right, let's keep going. We can stop that. Let's show pictures of this. So now we are getting into the zoster virus, which is still herpes, right? Now, this is what caused psoriasis plaque. This is what caused shingles, chicken pox. This is what caused itchy elbow disease. Let's look at it. Look at that. This is a form of shingles. Y'all see that? What do you see? Is that mucus? Don't that look like lymphatic fluid? That's how you know, man. Look, quit letting them tell you what disease is. This is lymphatic fluid, I see. Meaning that it's dealing with a what? Weak lymphatical system. Forget the word immune system. We're making a new word up. Lymphatical defense system. Mucosal response. That's what we calling it for now on, because that's exactly what it is. What do your body need immunity for? If you even look up the definition of the word, it makes no damn sense. I don't even know whoever made that word up was trying to throw an okie doke at you. But I'm gonna keep using the immunological system and exchanging it for this word for you can identify with it. But after a while, I'm not saying it no more because it's a curse word. Immunological disorder. Ain't no damn such thing as a immunological disorder, immunological disease. What are you talking about? What are they talking about? That don't even make no sense. So here goes shingles right here. Notice the mucosal lymphatical response. Hold on, let's keep it going. Because it comes with other symptoms, y'all. Y'all see this? Let me blow it up. On the back of his neck. Y'all think y'all got a rash or y'all having an allergic reaction. No, that is a herpes outbreak, family. Half of y'all allergic reactions be literally herpes outbreaks. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Dana. The lymphatical defense system. Hey, look, I might patent that word. No, not patent it, but copyright it.
Right.
I might copyright that word, y'all. We made it up 30 minutes ago.
Right.
We made it up about an hour ago. Look at this, y'all. This is shingles. Notice they call this same thing lymphoma, or they call the same thing many cancerous skin diseases, but it's herpes. So how is herpes and cancers and HIV the same definition, but got different names? That's my question, family. Yes, always in clusters, but we're going to see some that's not in clusters, Whitney. We're going to see some that's not in clusters when it keeps going down. Right now, we just on the third one. We just on the zoster. We already went over the herpes simplex. We went over the Epstein-Barr. We just on the zoster family now. We still got to go to another one, remember? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, see, confess, admit it. Everybody understand, dang, I did have chicken pox. All praises. All right, let's keep it going. Look at this on this baby. That's chicken pox. That's herpes. Y'all see that? That's herpes. We're gonna do a few more slides and then we're gonna get straight to it. Because I've been live for exactly an hour now. So let's speed this up a little taste and let's show these worms and everything else, and we're gonna show exactly how to get rid of this stuff. All right. This is on a woman's stomach. Y'all see it? Y'all see that dried white corpuscle, blood corpuscle? That's dealing with the lymphatical defense system. See, it's inside our belly button as well. You see it on her back. See that? Mm-hmm. Right there in that back area.
Ooh.
Yeah, I bet that itch. All right, let's keep it going. All right, we got one more, and then we're going to actually get to this. Well, we got two more. All right, here go another one. What that's called? It's called dermatitis, herpetiformis, DH. Whew. Boy, here it comes. This is where you get itchy elbow disease from. Or what they call hand, feet, and mouth. Yeah, you know, he just got hand, feet, and mouth disease. Yeah. Oh, okay, so he have a form of herpes. I don't see why they just won't say that. Oh, so he got a form of herpes. That's what's going on. All right, come on.
Okay, dermatitis herpetiformis is a vescobular eruption that appears on elbows, knees, buttocks, neck, and scalp.
So we got to talk about dandruff, because dandruff is nothing but candida and yeast from the scalp. So if you have severe dandruffs inside of your head, we got to talk about what that is. You're dealing with a parasite. This parasite carried the herpes virus. Come on.
Less commonly on the upper back, abdomen, groin, and face. The main symptoms are severe itch, followed by blisters resembling those caused by herpes simplex virus.
All right, y'all see? Oh, look, everything on here have the sources. This is right off the NCBI website, ncbi.gov website. Let's keep it going. I want to speed it up just a little bit, and I want to show y'all this real quick. So if you have these on your elbows, this is what it's talking about. That is a sign of herpes. You see that? You see that? It's good question, Velma Jordan. She said they say hand, foot, and mouth disease come from being dirty. And the reason why they say that, because you pick up the bacillus and you pick up the parasite mostly from the soil. Now you're getting it from the industrial system, but we finna show how you can pick it up from the soil too, especially children that play outside a lot and stuff like that, around farms and things like that, or around asbestos and stuff like. We gonna show you. We finna go through all of this. We probably gonna be live for like another hour and a half. All right, I'll show y'all one more. We're gonna keep it going because we do got to get through this. Here go another one. Itchy elbow disease, herpes dermatitis. All right, hold on. It gets deeper, y'all. It gets deeper. What this say? We pulling it up. Now we get into the last one. It's over 13. I just want to do 4 of them today, but it's over 13 categories of herpes that's susceptible to human beings. But we are going to talk about 4 today because we got to get through a lot of these different things and how to get it out of the body. I want to spend a lot of time talking about how to heal yourself from it. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit the follow button. Make sure y'all follow me, follow my updates, and make sure y'all share this because, again, over 1 billion people have this disease, and we can heal it. We can heal it. Should nobody have this if it's getting healed? Should nobody have HIV if we know how to heal HIV? Why everybody suffering from all these damn diseases, and we've been healing them for many years now? Dr. Sabi was healing them before me. Like this. My eye healing them right now. Why are we suffering when it's healers amongst us? It makes no sense. Come on.
Okay. Cytomegalovirus.
So cytomegalovirus. Here we go again. What's up with all these different names when we finna read is herpes though? What's the catch-22 here? Come on.
Is a genus of viruses in the order Herpes virale.
See that? So it's saying that cytomegalovirus is herpes. Come on.
In the family of Herpes viridae, in the subfamily of beta herpes virinae.
So beta herpes just means herpes beta. So beta. So you got alpha, beta, and delta. The deal go all the way to gamma, y'all. This is how many different strands they've been making. So you got herpes 2, but then you got herpes 2 beta. You got herpes 4, herpes 4 gamma. It's some crazy stuff, man. Come on.
Humans, no, wait, okay. In the subfamily beta herpes virinae, humans and monkeys serve as natural hosts. The 8 species in this genus includes the type species. Human beta herpes virus 5, which is the species that infects humans.
See that? All right, there it go again. Now look, let me show y'all what that look like. We're just gonna get a few of them on what they look like. Now, this is when you see swollen lymph nodes a lot, especially in the back of the ears. So when you look at the cytomegalovirus, or this herpes simplex beta virus, it don't express itself in the skin as way as 1, 2, 3, and 4 do. When you start getting to 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way to 13, it's completely a lymphatic response. So what you're going to see is swollen lymph nodes all the time that goes back down on themselves as soon as you change your diet. But the moment you eat something else, they pop back up. This is herpes 5 and up. You see that? Now you see the swollen lymph nodes. Now the lymph nodes are a part of what system?
Your lymphatic.
The lymphatic system. You see that? So anybody that's constantly dealing with swollen lymph nodes, edema, where their legs get very big a lot and they're attracting a lot of water. Most of the hands getting big, swelling. Most of the time you're dealing with the herpes simplex cytomegalovirus virus, herpes simplex 5. All right? Or this beta herpes virus. We got more. Or it expresses itself. There go another one. This is herpes, y'all. All you got to do is type in this word, cytomegalovirus, herpes, and these pictures will pop up. I'm not putting pictures with nothing. I'm not making nothing up, y'all. We deal with these type of cases all the time. Not only that, it will give you these ringworm like structures too. But notice the word ringworm. That is a parasite you're dealing with. See that? So if you constantly getting ringworms and candida and yeast, that is most definitely the cytomegalovirus virus. Hold on, not done. Just a few more. See that? See that, brother? His lymph nodes right behind his jaw, his lower jawbone. That's a lymph node full of lymphatic bacterium in the herpes virus, trying to come up out of the skin. Most likely they get hard and crystallize as a rock because calcium get produced by the parathyroid from the parathyroid, and it tries to alkalize it. But instead of alkalize it, you have a lymphatical defense muconoid response, and this mucus crystallized due to the calcium, and it looks like that. And they get hard as a rock. That's herpes. All right, let's keep going. Hold on. Now, let's get into this. Everything we just see goes up into here. Come on. Okay. Kaposi sarcoma. Kaposi sarcoma.
Okay. Kaposi sarcoma. A cancer that causes lesions.
Real quick, hold on. Marie, I'm glad you asked that. Wait till we go through this lesson. She said, do you think it may be from your deodorant? Wait till we go through this lesson. You're going to see it comes from all of that stuff. We finna prove it. We're going to prove it. Queen, come on.
A cancer that causes lesions in the soft tissues.
Mm-hmm.
Kaposi sarcoma causes lesions to grow in the skin, lymph nodes.
Ooh, come on.
Internal organs, mucous membrane.
Y'all know the mucous membrane ain't nothing but the lymphatical system. Come on.
In the lining of the mouth, nose, and throat.
Come on.
It often affects people with immune deficiencies such as HIV or AIDS.
All right, now, so I want to show y'all and link the connection between herpes, cancer, and HIV and AIDS. Because they are the same thing. So we see Kaposi sarcoma. This saying it just deals with HIV and AIDS, right? Hold on. Let's see what else it say when you keep researching. But we've been knew this from our clients. See, we've been knew this from our clients. Let's keep going. What this one say? Now, first one was directly connected to HIV and AIDS, right?
Right.
What this one is connected to? Let's read it. It's gonna be some daggers, boy. They been lying to us, man. They be lying.
Okay. Kaposi sarcoma associated herpes virus is the 9th known human herpes virus.
Y'all see that? Hold on. We just read by the whole database that it was in HIV patients and AIDS patients. But now we see again that it's not only in HIV and AIDS patients, but it's a part of the herpes simplex virus too, because they the same thing. Let's not get this mistaken, family. And we're going to prove it. Come on.
Its formal name, according to the International Committee on Taxonomy of Viruses, is human gamma herpes virus 8, or HHV8 in short.
Come on.
Like other herpes viruses, its informal names are used interchangeably with its former ICTV name.
You see that? So all they doing is naming locations and putting different names to them, family. All right, so we see that. There go your connection. So Kaposi sarcoma is associated with the herpes virus. Hold on, let's keep going. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Because I want to show y'all what they look like. Here go another one. Let's read that real quick. Hold on, y'all. We got a little back lag real fast. All right, there you go.
Okay, Kaposi sarcoma, KS, is the most common cancer in HIV-infected, untreated individuals.
All right, so now we got cancer. So we got HIV, we got HSV, and we got cancer. Come on. And all cancer means is cellular malignant mutation. That's all it means. Come on.
Okay, so Kaposi sarcoma is the most common cancer in HIV-infected, untreated individuals. Kaposi sarcoma associated herpes virus, also known as human herpes virus 8, is the infectious cause of this neoplasm.
Boy, but you see I just linked all of them together in one sentence? Yeah. It's all the same thing. All the same thing, man. Where your phone at? Go get your phone real quick and pull up because my phone just went dead. I want to see comments. Now, let's go into these lesions that it leaves. So, whether you have AIDS, whether you have HIV, or whether you have herpes, these are the lesions it shows. See that? And they usually take a long time to heal. We can get rid of these lesions in 7 days. 7 days. Come to Yaki Detoxification Home. We'll show you. We had the AIDS fully up out of your system. Had the HIV fully up out of your system. Had them herpes fully up out of your system. Because this is what we do. Let's go to my Facebook page real quick. Hold on, let's keep it going. This is on an actual woman. Same thing. Kaposi sarcoma over her whole entire body. Look like smallpox because smallpox is like chickenpox. And the reason why it's called chickenpox because they resemble chickpeas. That's where the etymology word from chickenpox come from. It don't have nothing to do with an actual chicken. It resembles chickpeas or garbanzo beans. So that's why they call it chickenpox or chickpox. See that? Hold on, let's keep it going. Now it's time to get to the grand finale, y'all. And the grand finale is, what is the actual worm or what is the actual hemith worm that is bringing all of these viruses and bacillus and bacteriums to us? Let's get it. Just click on my page. This is what this worm looked like. All right. This is actually called a hemith worm. Hemith worm is a very, very broad word and terminology. So we're going to get down into what it really means. All right, this is this worm. This worm grows pretty big. It can literally get up to this size. When it come out, it look like a poop turd. And it's not a poop turd. If you break apart your poop, you will see it. Sometimes they're moving. We got pictures, y'all, of what our clients sent us of these things coming out of their body. All right, now check this out. Let's keep it going. I need you to read. Here we go. Let's look up the word hemith worm. Because a lot of my students think hemith worm is the actual name of the worm when it's not. All right, go ahead. It's not up on my screen. It's all good. All right, y'all see this?
Okay, it says.
Hey, y'all, stop asking questions. Ask questions when we done. Half the questions y'all asking, I actually have the answers for y'all along this lesson. So to keep this lesson to keep flowing, just listen up and take your notes. All right, come on.
Helminth is an intestinal worm.
So we dealing with an intestinal worm. It starts off in the intestines. Now, why is this very, very, very important? Because the intestines is where your body gets all its phytonutrients. In the duodenum, in the duodenum. That's where all the nutrients actually comes and goes inside of your blood by way of blood capillaries to feed your body phytonutrients and fructose and glucose for you to get energy and vitality. Come on.
1852 from helmintho.
Yeah.
Stem of Greek helminths, parasitic worm.
So all it means is intestinal parasitic worm. Come on.
From suffix form of pyroot well. To turn, revolve.
So this is a worm, and the way it actually goes throughout the body is it moves in a spiral-like movement. That's where you get hemith worm. So any worm or any intestinal worm that moves, and when it moves in a spiral, it's called a hemith worm. Well, I just showed y'all the worm. Let's get the actual name of this worm. Let's keep going. And let's show you how it gets in your body. Let's look at these worms. So all of these are hemith worms. Notice all of them look different. There's many different types of hemith worm. We're just talking about the way they move and spin on their axis. Okay? Y'all see that? All right, let's keep it going. Now we're going to show chemicals that associate with this. We already looked up. All right, here go one more to show you that it's an actual fluke. All right, it says definitions of the helminth worm. In the word net, helminth, worm that is parasitic on the intestines of vertebrates, especially roundworms and tapeworms and flukes. See that? So what we're dealing with is a fluke worm. Whenever you're dealing with a tapeworm, that's what brings you HPV, Hepalonian virus, where you get warts. But when you deal with the flukes, they bring you the canker sores. All right, so we're dealing with a fluke worm, y'all. Let's keep it going. This is the worm we're dealing with. I talk about it all the time because this is the same exact worms that causes HIV and AIDS, showing you, and cancer, showing you that we're talking about the same exact virus, the same exact disease, the same exact parasite. There truly is no difference. All right, let's get it.
Fasciolopsis.
Fasciolopsis. Fasciolopsis boyski
is a genus of trematodes.
Yep, trematodes. Trematodes is a specific worm family, and all the trematodes is where you get your gonorrhea from, where you get your chlamydia from. These are trematodes. These are the trematodes family that causes all types of mucosa responses and inflammations in your private areas, which you call it an STD. But half of the time, even though these things come from STDs, they come from other things, y'all. We're going to prove that after we get through this worm. So we see that this is known as an intestinal fluke. This is what it looked like in its larva stage. Y'all see that? This is the larva stage.
They are also known as intestinal flukes.
Yep, that's right. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Now,
a little egg right there.
Yep, you see the eggs in it. Now let's just read a little bit about it, what it does, how much it produces. Then we're going to get into how exactly it gets into the body. Come on. And if y'all can hear me well, y'all can see me well, let me know. Y'all can hear me well and see me well, let me know. Type in some 7s. All y'all got to do is see video. Let me know if y'all can see the video. I think they just cut me off the video. Can y'all see me? A lot of people saying they can't see the video. Can y'all see me, y'all?
I'm good on YouTube.
You good on YouTube? It might just be on Facebook. If y'all can see me, say I can't see you. Because a lot of people commenting saying that they cut the video off and saying sensitive content. You know, they always trying to. Okay. Carlos, what you on? You on Facebook or YouTube? Now, see what you on Facebook or YouTube. Let me know that y'all can see me on all my platforms. And we'll keep it going. I see you on YouTube and Facebook. Okay, cool. Let's keep it going. All right, let's get it.
Adults produce over 25,000 eggs every day. These take up to 7 weeks to mature and hatch.
See that? So adults, this adult actual hemith fasciola boyski worm actually produces over 25,000 eggs every day, y'all. That's why it's so hard to truly get it out of the body. Y'all see that? That's why it's super hard to rid it out of the body. Come on.
These take up to 7 weeks to mature and hatch at 27 to 32 degrees Celsius.
Come on.
Immature, unembryonated eggs are discharged into the intestines and stool.
You see that? So the eggs actually discharge, that the embryonic egg discharge into what? The intestines in your poop. And you see it coming out. Y'all see it coming out. We're going to show pictures. Come on.
In 2 weeks, eggs become embryonated in water. And after about 7 weeks, eggs release tiny parasitic organisms called Varicella, which invade a suitable snail intermediate host. Now,
why they say snail intermediate host? The reason why is this is very, very important, okay? It's very important why they say that, because this snail is what actually holds this parasite. But this snail be all around your foods. Now, notice it talks about that it goes into the duodenum. If you keep reading, go down to after ingestion real quick, because I want to keep this too long.
I don't see it.
You see that after ingestion?
Okay, the mammal.
Yeah.
Okay, the mammalian final host becomes infected by ingesting metacercare on the aquatic plant.
All right, so anybody that's eating plants, fruits that's not properly cleaned, this is how you get them. Anybody that's taking these ingested chemicals, this is how you get them. Because the snail leaves poops and leaves a poop on all these things. Not only is it snails, it's birds, it's pesticides that they spray. We're gonna get into it. But if your lymphatical defense system was strong enough, it will kick it right out of your body. But since these chemicals, these 4 chemicals and metals we're talking about, bring down your actual lymphatical immune system, this fluke can get straight into your stomach, and then it passes its way into your blood capillaries by way of pooping. Come on.
Okay. After ingestion, the meta. How do I pronounce the meta?
Speak up too. Just say it. The metacercare, who knows? Just say
exists in the duodenum in about 3 months and attached to an intestinal wall.
See that? So it takes 3 months to fully weld itself to your intestinal wall. And it attaches and welds itself through the intestinal wall by way of its teeth and acids. So that's why we have to cleanse the stomach first. Anybody that have herpes, we have to cleanse your gut. Come on.
There they develop into adult food.
So that's where they get real big and grow. Now, guess what they doing? They eating all your foods that come in, but your food have to ferment first. So they block you from getting your phytonutrients, and then fermentation comes in, and germination comes in, then they eat the food. We can stop there right there. Let's keep going. It shows you the lifespan here and stuff like that, but we're running out of time, so let's get to it. All right. Let's start looking at this stuff. Now we're showing you many different ways of how you get this stuff. All right. So say the worm poops or something poops, then the egg comes from the poop, right? Then the fecal oral transmission, you will go and touch a plant, or you would touch produce in the store, or you would touch certain types of meat and stuff, and you don't cleanse it properly because they don't properly cleanse the meat that comes from these cows and stuff. And these cows actually eat this stuff that they poop on. So the cows eat the hay and eat the grass, but they're eating these worms. You don't officially cleanse your meat right, or don't cleanse your fruits and your vegetable right, and then you go and you would touch your face and your nose, or you'll go get a cup of water and stuff like that. And since you already have a weak lymphatical defense system or immunological system, this is how the virus is able to enter into your blood. Notice I'm not even talking about sex yet. I'm not even talking about that yet. And then it goes into your small intestines, and then it becomes a juvenile worm. Then it sucks. It takes hold of your duodenum, and then it feeds off the fermented food because you're not passing food anyway because it's blocking you. Now the fermentation grows into a full-grown adult. That's how it works, y'all. This is just one of the ways. There's many different ways, though. Okay? Yes, release toxins on the plants. Yes, on the plants, produce, on the animals, and all of that. Because guess what your animal meats are eating? They're eating the produce. They're eating the crops. And this just show y'all many different ways how to get them. We ain't going to go to all of that, but I'm going to put it right here for y'all can screenshot it. This shows you through the urine and everything, how it penetrates and all of that. And here go all the CDC shows you all of this. All this is common knowledge and information, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all one more, then we're gonna get straight to it. Here go another one. Show y'all how we see the leaves, right? But we see the feces around the leaves. Then somebody will literally go pluck and pick it up, and then they'll throw it on the truck, and then they'll do just a little chemical wash on it, then take it to the store. Then you would eat this stuff without really truly washing it properly, and you can truly get herpes just like that, y'all. No bull. We got many cases like that, and when we test their blood, we test them for specific metals and specific type of chemicals, and it's always the same chemicals in every one of our clients, y'all. It never changes. Never changes. All right. This is a doctor actually holding these things. See how big they get? These things can get very big, very flat. This is a coryzus worm. See that? They get huge. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. All right, now this is showing you the actual stages of these worms. A chorus, you see that? Now we just seen once this grow, the doctor was just holding a chorus. You see how big that get? Here go a hookworm. You see that? These worms are causing your so-called STDs that you're not getting through sex. Now, is it a lot of cases that come through sex? Yes, it is. But is it a whole lot that came not by sex? Of course. These actual worms cause edema too. Swelling lymph nodes, swelling legs, all the water to drain to the legs because the kidneys are not functioning properly. Y'all see that? This stuff is caused by parasites, y'all. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. All right, here we go. Now, whenever you see this parasite, and whenever you get into anybody that have this herpes virus, they always test positive for it's over 13 metals. But we see if you get rid of the 4 and if you kill the parasite, we notice that they test negative for herpes and they don't mess with them again. So we only gonna speak on the ones that if you get rid of and you can still keep the other ones, but if you keep the other ones, they will weld themselves together with acids and cause other problems. But today we just gonna speak on the herpes, right? Now it's 4 metals that actually is in correlation to this parasite that actually weakens your lymphatic or immunological mucosa defense system. And when it weakens this system, this is how all of these parasites invade your bloodstream, and then they poop and they leave back their defecation inside your bloodstream, and then this virus actually starts binding to your DNA by way of they protein capsids. All right, the first one is nickel. Okay, now nickel was found in 1751, right? Well, by the new people. It was discovered way before that by the ancient Mayan texts and by the Hebrew Israelites and by the Egyptians, but that's a whole nother story. Gonna give me talking biblically here. All right, so in 1751. Now, when you look at this nickel, this is what it says. Go ahead, start reading that.
It's not up.
It's pulling up. Here it go, y'all. Here it go. Check it out. Here it comes. So where is nickel found? Because nickel is half the problem. Come on.
Okay. It is also found in the Earth's crust, where it is almost the 22nd most abundant element.
Mm-hmm.
Most nickel that is mined for industrial use is found.
Oh, so most nickel mined and is used for what?
Industrial use.
So we're going to find this nickel that weakens your lymphatical defense immunological system because it's going to be in most of your industrial products. And we're going to find the products, y'all. Watch this.
Second most abundant element.
Mm-hmm.
Most nickel that is mined for industrial use is found in ores such as pentalandite, garnierite, and limonite.
Come on.
The largest producers of nickel are Russia, Canada, and Australia.
All right, now check this out, y'all, because it gets deeper. All right, so the first one is nickel. Now let's show, and every time we test the patient, this is what we find in their blood work, y'all. first thing you're going to see is nickel. All right. Let's read this. This is from the WebMD. And then we're going to get into what nickel does, because it have to be a dermatitis disease that come from it. Check this out.
What everyday things have nickel in them? Jewelry, belt buckles, zippers, bra, hooks. This metal is the most common cause of contact dermatitis.
Of what?
Contact dermatitis.
Oh, don't we read something called herpes dermatitis?
Yeah.
Oh, we. All right, so check this out. This why when we are healing people of herpes, we recommend that they do not wear what?
Jewelry.
Don't wear jewelries. Take off your belts. Wear sweats. Don't have nothing with zippers on them. If your bras are not 100% cotton, don't wear them. See that? Because what happens is the nickel leaches in your skin as an absorption mechanism. Once you absorb this nickel and it goes to the bloodstream, it literally weakens the lymphatical defense system, or what they call immunological system. And this is how this Fasciolus buski worm penetrate the blood capillaries and able to get through the mucosa membrane. And then it literally poop inside of your blood, and then boom. Now the RNA from the viruses and bacillus attacks itself and attaches itself to your DNA. Now you have herpes, or now you have HIV and all these other things. The only difference from herpes and HIV is Fasciolus buski actually invades the thymus gland. When it invades the nervous system, it's herpes. When it invades the thymus gland, it is literally called HIV. When it invades the bone marrow and the lymphatic system, they call it cancer. We can keep going, so on and so forth. When it invades the red blood capillaries and it eats up all the 9 iron nutritions and eats the oxygen molecules, they call it sickle cell anemia. When it invades the liver, you see that? They call it malaria. I can keep going. When it invades the fingernail toes and it eats on the fungus, they call it toe fungus. When it invades the vagina cavity and it lives inside of there, they call it candida or yeast infections. We are look, the whole time we are dealing with a parasite, though. The whole entire time. These are I can prove this. I'm proving it now. Let's keep reading. Let's keep reading, because it gets deeper. Let's pull up these articles. I'm pulling up articles now. It's time to pull up articles. Let's talk about this. All right, here go an article, y'all. This is talking about nickel in skin from allergies and autoimmunity, which is no such thing as immune again. So we're going to say autolymphatical. Come on.
Okay.
Let's read this. And look, here it goes on pubmed.gov, y'all. National Library of Medicine. The sources are right here. So y'all don't got to say I made up nothing.
Where am I starting?
You can start that at methods results. Let's see. Let's do it. Results. Multiple reports.
Okay, multiple report. Oh, wait.
Multiple reports.
I know the screen moving.
All right.
Okay. Multiple reports on the immunological effects of metals, including immunomodulation. All
right, immunomodulation. This is when the lymphatic system literally cripples itself. Notice this is coming from the metal nickel. Let's read back up. See that? This is talking about nickel and skin. So we only focus on nickel now, because most of if you have herpes or anything that we mentioned previous in this video, you have nickel in your blood. You have nickel in the epidermis of your skin. You have nickel in your mucosa membrane. All right. Now let's go back to results. All right. Come on. You was on immunomodulation.
I know my screen.
You just moving kind of slow. That's it.
Okay.
Read loud. Read loud.
Where am I?
Immunological system. Here you go. Immunological right there. Right where we start. Just start over again.
Okay. Multiple reports on the immunological effects of metals, including immunomodulation, allergy, or autoimmunity, were identified.
Were what?
Identified.
So showing you that nickel causes all these things. Well, guess what you got nickel in? Your spoons. That's why it says never to eat your soup with a steel spoon, because it's over 7% nickel in those spoons. And whenever you put a hot steel spoon in there, the nickel leaches out of the spoon into your food. Then you drink nickel. Huh? Your belt buckles, your zippers. Yes, most of your jewelry got nickel in it. Your bra straps. 99% of the bra straps got nickels in it. And if you look inside the interior of the bras, it's always a little strip full of metal. Make sure y'all opening up y'all bras and pulling that strip out, because that's also full of nickel too. And why are they purposely putting that there? What are they doing? They purposely putting that shit there for a reason. For depopulation control. Come on.
Okay. It was found that metals may act through immunosuppression.
Oh, so hold on. Metals, nickel, suppresses the lymphatic system. Well, the lymphatic system is the only way we can heal, right?
The only way.
The only way. There is no other way of healing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm speaking scientifically, because biblically, I am a priest. We do lay on hands, cast out devil, and all of that. So that's another way. But we talking about physically wise, talking about the physiology. There is no other way other than the lymphatic system. Come on.
Okay. Immunosuppression, immunotoxicity, or as adjuvant.
There you go.
Thus provoking allergy and autoimmunity in susceptible individuals.
So this is saying nickel breaks down and completely destroys the immune system. But we know the immune system is now the what?
Lymphatic system.
So nickel literally annihilates the lymphatic system. Well, guess what's in the lymphatic system, family? The lymph nodes. Guess what lives inside the lymph nodes? Huh? You got the macrophages. You got the phagocytes. Huh? You got the T cells and the B cells. So your whole defense mechanism is down because of this metal. That's why every time we test the blood, and we literally test the blood of any herpes and HIV patients and cancer patients, we find nickel. I haven't tested one that nickel ain't came back yet. Oh, let's keep going.
Both external or internal exposure to metals was observed. Nickel has been identified as the most common sensitizer.
Ooh, that's a
and
dang.
Also the most studied one.
So nickel is the most common one, huh? And the most studied. All right, we can stop there right there. If y'all want to read out all that on your own, there go all the stuff right there, because we got to keep this going. Because it gets deeper, family. It gets deeper. All right, let's go into another metal. I remember it's 4 metals that's associated with this. When anybody have these 4 metals inside of their bodies, in the fluke worm, everybody got the worm, everybody. I got rid of mine. I just pooped the worm out, what? Was that 2 months ago? Yeah. I just pooped the worm out 2 months ago. I'm constantly cleansing. We constantly do herb. I mean, I literally just pooped the worm out 2 months ago. So you gonna get the worms. Everybody got parasites. But if you have a weak lymphatic system, that's when you catch disease, y'all. That's when you catch viruses. So the fluke worm ain't that the fluke worm is not that harmful to the body as long as it don't pass the blood capillaries and the blood-brain barrier of the mucosa membrane. The moment it passes the mucosa and goes into the body, you done. If it stay into the outer tube of the body, from your esophagus all the way to your anus, you cool. But the moment it goes into the blood, you're done. Let's keep reading.
Okay. The primary source of nickel is in drinking water. Is leaching from metals in contact with drinking water, such as pipes and fittings. Nickel is also incorporated in some food supplements, which can contain several micrograms of nickel per tablet.
See that? All right, let's keep going. It's 10:10. That means we're finna be on here for 2 hours. Let me hurry up and speed it up. All right, so that's one of them. So it's nickel. Here go the second one, y'all. And we're gonna speed it up. All right. The second one is called chromate. Chromate. So whenever we find herpes, they always got nickel in their blood, in their immunological system, and they have chromate, or where you get the word chrome from. Come on. Now check out what this is in. Chromate is actually a food preservative. So anybody that have food preservatives to preserve their food, like cereals, like breads and things like that, you've been eating potassium chromate. This also weakens the lymphatical defense system and allows that fluke worm inside of you to give you all types of diseases. Come on.
Okay. It says used as a food preservative potassium chromate, which is employed in tanning leather and dyeing textiles.
So hold on. So it's in tanning leather. Is in what?
Dyeing textiles.
Dyeing textiles mean anything that have colors on it. It's called azo dye. Azo dye. Look up azo dye. It's what's in your turns your shirt colors. What makes your furniture colors. It's what is used to dye the colors of your seats and your leather seats in your car. All of this stuff is what's harming us, family. But if you keep your immunological system, or what we call the lymphatical defense system, strong, you won't get none of these things. Come on.
Okay, which is used in the production of fertilizers and potassium.
So it's in what? Fertilizers
and potassium alone.
Here it go. Let's keep it going. Y'all see that? Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna go to 11. That's why we're gonna speed this deal on up. All right, hold on. Let me read one more thing, y'all. I know I'm going too long. If y'all still here and y'all want the rest of this, type in some 9s. If y'all want a part 2, let me know. Because we is going too long. And I know people attention span just be everywhere. So let me know, y'all. Y'all want to do a part 2, let me know. Or y'all want me to finish this whole thing now? Let me know, family. Let's look up chromates. They want us to keep going. All right, it's cool. Let's get it then. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. And then what I do is I have my videographer break this video down for people to get straight to the point too. That's what we do. We got a lot of keep goings other than part 2. All right, come on, let's get it.
Oh, what is that?
The chromium toxicity. Let's see. Let's read the mechanism of chromium toxicity. Let's read that right there. I'll blow it up for them. They say finish today. All right, we'll finish today. We got it. All right, let's get it. All right, there we go. Now look at this. It's another one that also weakens the lymphatical system.
Okay, since CR3 is poorly absorbed by any root, the toxicity of chromium is mainly attributed to the CR6 form. It can be absorbed by the lung
and what?
And the gastrointestinal tract.
There you go. Guess what your gastrointestinal tract is? Your duodenum. This is where this worm actually literally sucks onto your intestinal tract. Then goes through your blood-brain barrier. Well, guess where most of your lymphatic defense system, or where what makes up 85% of your immunological system, is in your gut. So that's what it breaks down first. That's why if you're trying to heal from herpes, HIV, cancer, AIDS, sickle cell anemia, the first thing we have to clean is what, Kawhi?
Your gut.
Yeah, we have to cleanse the gut. See that? Come on.
Okay. Where am I?
That's right, Unc. He said finish. This ain't no tomorrow. You right about that, Unc. Come on.
Okay. And even to a certain extent by intact skin. The reduction of CR6 is considered to serve as a detoxification process when it occurs at a distance from the target site for toxic or genotoxic effect, while reduction of CR6 may serve to activate chromium toxicity.
Ooh, see that? So that's what it does. It activates chromium toxicity inside of your blood, and it literally weakens your lymphatical system and allows this parasite to pass the blood capillary system and goes into your blood. The moment that the parasite poofs out the fermentation that has been eaten inside of your body, meaning we have to stay away from fermented foods and alcohols because you produce alcohol without even getting into fermentation. That's when the actual disease come out. We can stop there right there. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. All right. I know this is a lot of knowledge. It's coming out at once. All right, here it go. Here go another one. Here go another one. This is the last one we're going to talk about. So far we went over nickel. We went over chrome. It's titanium too. Zirconium. It's a lot of them. Aluminum, which is in your teeth fillings. Now, this one is actually, come on, what'd that say?
Zirconium compound induce pulmonary fibrosis.
So the other one we find is zirconium. Now, what we just realized today is this where you get Cuba zirconium from. So the zirconium is actually coming to us by way of fake diamonds and stuff. Make sure you're not wearing Cuba zirconiums and all of that, because this actually weakens the immune system too, and it causes lung disease. See that? Come on.
Right. Despite suspicion that inhalation of zirconium should be capable of causing human pulmonary disease, documentation of zirconium pneumococci, I'm not sure I pronounced that. In humans have been lacking. We study a likely case of zirconium compound induced pulmonary fibrosis. The diagnosis was based on the following. 1, a history of gradual increase in symptoms and slowly progressing pulmonary fibrosis by chest rhenotinogram.
See that? So everybody that have herpes have nickel, have chrome in them, and have zirconium. Now, zirconium is where you literally get Cuba zirconium from. This slowly weakens the lymphatic system. It slowly weakens the immunological system. See that? Come on.
Capable with pneumocyanosis, cyanosis, an appropriate history of exposure and latency period of about 15 years before the onset of dyspnea and of role in genographic changes.
We can stop there right there. So we see that this actually weakens the immunological system too. Now, everything that we go to and everything that we get into, what I've noticed is in all of our, and so look at this picture, y'all. So everybody want to be bling blinging with the fake jewelry. This is where you get Cuba zirconia from. It comes from this metal. Y'all see that? There go the word right there. Zirconium dioxide. That is killing us, family, and it's weakening our lymphatic system, and it's allowing this parasite in to literally shit inside of our blood and our body, and this is how we're getting this disease or this so-called virus. All right, let's keep it going. All right, what to say right here? All right, here go another one. Now this shows you, this is the last one, and we're gonna talk about it. Benzalkonium, because that's another one that's and this is nothing but chloride, family. Benzalkonium chloride. And this is what you find in your water. This is what you find in the swimming pools. This is what you find in all the industrial machineries that they cleanse out cups, glasses, and everything else with. This is what you find in the clothes sewing machineries, all of that. You're gonna find benzalkonium.
Okay, common preservatives such as benzalkonium chloride are known to irritate the skin at high concentrations.
You see that? Come on.
This dose-dependent effect causes disorganization and thickening of subcellular structures, which leads to activation of progestin, E2IL, 1A-IL.
Come on.
My computer is doing something.
It's cool. It says this dose-dependent effect causes of disorganization and the thickening of the subcellular structure, which leads to activation of prostaglandin E2, IL, 1A, LA, and cell death, showing you that this chemical chloride actually kills the skin cells. All right. Not only that, y'all, let's keep going, because it gets deeper, and it completely knocked me off Facebook. All right, now let's check this video out. Then we're gonna get into how to heal this thing. All right, this is our last thing. Let's check this video out. We're gonna get into how to actually heal this thing, y'all. Let me blow it up for y'all. Last video, then we're gonna talk about healing. Let me know if y'all can hear it and everything else.
Spooky. What's most interesting about the fasciolopsis, which I have a slide of here, which I'll show the audience, it's a fairly large parasite, and it's actually hosted in the snail. And up until Spooky, what's most interesting about the fasciolopsis, which I have a slide of here, which I'll show the audience, it's a fairly large parasite, and it's actually hosted in the snail. And up until recently, people thought that particular parasite was hosted in a snail in China. Any research that...
Anybody forgive me, y'all. Anybody that's on Facebook that ain't working, just move over to my YouTube page. It is still up and live on my YouTube page. I don't know why they kicked me off of Facebook, but it most definitely is down. I started over again, y'all.
Booski. What's most interesting about the fasciolopsis, which I have a slide of here, which I'll show the audience, it's a fairly large parasite, and it's actually hosted in a snail. And up until recently, people thought that that particular parasite was hosted in a snail in China.
All right, so look, they saying that they remember I showed y'all that diagram that shows how the snail is a carrier of the Fasciolopsis buski. Cows are also a carrier of the Fasciolopsis buski. Pigs, I mean, it's so many different cattle rate chickens. If you're raised on a farm somewhere around crops and they're eating your crops, they have this parasite in them, right? When they poop this parasite out, and then you get cross-contamination, and then you go to your local food markets and you get these foods, and then you're getting these vegetables and produce and you're eating it. Now, it's no problem with you eating it. Everybody got parasites. It's where E. coli and all this other stuff come from. What happens is what's getting to us is all these chemicals that we're getting through our everyday life through the industrial systems is weakening our lymphatical immunological systems. So this parasite is able to penetrate our mucosa membrane. Then it poops inside of us and give us its bacterium and its viruses. And one of the main viruses is the herpes simplex virus.
Any research that you look up in the library says that the Fasciolopsis buski is found in snails in China. What Dr. Clark did is she sent around the world for samples of snails. She then took the snail and she found a specific chemical toxin in the snail called orthophosphotyrosine. Every time she found the presence of orthophosphotyrosine, she found the Fasciolopsis buski in the snail.
Now, y'all see what he's saying? When this doctor found orthophosphotyrosine, she always found the actual Fasciolopsis buski. We do the same thing with the laboratories. Whenever we find nickel, whenever we find titanium, whenever we find chromate, whenever we find aluminum from your teeth, from the dentist, and from the stuff that they spray on their dental wear, whenever we find zirconium and benzoconium, we always find that it's herpes due to bringing in this Fasciolopsis buski because of the chemicals that's been bringing down your immunological system. It's all connected, family.
Its larva or egg stages. What was most interesting is that she found the Fasciolopsis buski in the snails that she brought in from Alaska, from Northern Ontario in Canada, from Colorado, from California, from New York. Guess what? The snail is everywhere on the planet. It's
meaning that the parasite is everywhere on the planet, y'all. Come on.
Crawling on your garden. It's crawling up the side of your house. And that friendly little snail is carrying the Fasciolopsis buski in all of its stages inside of its body, which is really harmless when you look at the big picture until the cow eats the snail or its stages off the grass. And then the Fasciolopsis is now in the cow. And when we drink the milk or we eat the beef or the pig or the sheep, we're actually eating the parasite stages.
Oh, that's a dagger. And I didn't say that. A white man just said that. You see that? So this is how we're getting this actual parasitic. Now, everybody get the parasitic. What's wrong is the everyday chemicals that we're putting in our body because we're not being holistic. It's weakening our lymphatical system, and we're allowing Fasciolopsis buski to actually get inside our blood barrier mucosa system. That's actually where the herpes virus come from, y'all. Not only that, the AIDS virus, the HIV virus, the cancer, sickle cell anemia, edemia. What else we done healed that come from this same thing? Just everything. HPV, everything. Let's keep listening.
And to make it a little bit more dangerous, when you start spraying your lawn with sheep manure or cow manure, you start using these types of manures in organic gardens, you now have a second problem. You're actually putting animal feces on your food and we're eating it. Because there's no way, Tony, to...
See that? So what's coming from this is eating animal feces. And there's no way of truly cleansing all this stuff. He's not the only dietitian that said this. I have books and books and books and videos that I'm getting from my laboratory partners that's saying the same exact thing, y'all. They know about this. You just don't know about this. And that's why I'm teaching it to y'all so y'all can heal yourselves. And I'm finna show y'all how to truly heal yourselves, y'all.
We wash all of our food to the extent that we really need to. Now, up until the last few years, we've been able to depend on our stomach acid to kill this parasite. But now with the addition of isopropyl alcohol, which Dr. Clark has proven can accumulate.
Now, isopropyl alcohol is actually comes from wooden alcohol too. They use this isopropyl alcohol to cleanse out machines in the laboratories, to cleanse out machines in the industrial systems. And what happens is this isopropyl alcohol literally weakens. Not only does it weakens and dissolve your mucosa membrane lymphatic system, but it weakens the hydrochloric acid from your stomach. So now your acid is not able to burn up this bacterium nor this parasite. This parasite literally latches on to the duodenum of your small intestinal tract, and then the moment that the system get weak enough, it allows itself in by way of the blood capillaries. Then boom, you have your herpes. Boom, you have your HIV. Boom, you have all these different manifestations of viruses and diseases. Now remember that the virus was created by the military base in Fort Detrick. Remember that? In Bathsheba, Maryland. That's where it was created at, but they put these things into animals and they put these viruses into insects. Remember insectology? Remember where they weaponizing insects, they're weaponizing germs, they're weaponizing all of these things. We get them by way of eating, but what they figured out is, dang, they're eating this stuff, but it's not killing them fast enough. So they came up with a big old idea, let's weaken these Negroes' immunological systems. So that's when they start putting all the chemicals inside of our foods and our deodorants and everything we eat, our daily lives. That's why if it comes from the manufacturer, you don't want it. Straight up.
Liver, if the aflatoxin in the mold is there, the Fasciolopsis is now able to hatch in the liver and then run through the body at will and seek out a tumor site of our food to the extent that we really need to. Now, up until the last few years, we've been able to depend on our stomach acid to kill this parasite. But now with the addition of isopropyl alcohol, which Dr. Clark has proven can accumulate in the liver if the aflatoxin in the mold is there, the Fasciolopsis is now able to hatch in the liver and then run through the body at will and seek out a tumor site. And at that point, it will have a metabolic byproduct that she's found to be orthophosphotyrosine. And when that's present 100% of the time with her experiments, she's found the malignancy of cancer also to be present.
See, it causes cancer, it causes HSV, HIV, all of that. Now, this phosphorysine that it poops out actually turns into a bacterium that have its own DNA. And then the moment that this DNA infuses, this RNA infuses with your DNA, it's called herpes. We finna prove it right now. We finna prove it right now. Watch this. It gets deeper. Where you at? I need you on the read. Where you at? All right. Now, these are the actual chemicals with all of these four metals and elements that are weakening your lymphatical defense system, or what you will call the immunological system. You see that? That smelly Glad trash can with the smelling stuff on it, stop getting that. The moment you touch that, guess what you rubbing inside of you? Aluminum, chloride bleach, fluorine. This stuff is getting into your body and weakening your immune system. You see that? The filters that they use from your vacuums, stop using that. Guess what's in that stuff? Chloride. It keeps going. On the bristles of your brooms, the chloride bleach wipes. You see that? Yes, the Lysol. Lysol is one of the most immunological suppressant damn bleaches on planet Earth. Do it get rid of corona? Yes, it does. But it's just like chemotherapy. It will kill every cell in your body. You see that? All this stuff, Dawn, Windex, the boxes that's in production from the industrial things, baking soda boxes, your Febreze that you just love to spray all over your couch and sit on or breathe them in. This is weakening your immunological system. The fluke worm just sitting in your intestines just ready. It's like, yeah, I can't wait to spray that Fabuloso, weaken that immunological system. If I could just slip, if I could slip right in the blood capillaries and I can shit all throughout the dermis. I can leave all of these viruses inside of you. Hold on. Yes, it's all inside of here. This is where you find your nickel, your chrome, your titanium, your zirconia, your aluminum, your benzochronium. We can keep going. All of your isodides. Yes, dial. white marble, your Crest, your Gojo, your baby wipes. And y'all wiping y'all babies with this stuff, weakening their immune system, weakening their lymphatic system, and wonder why they got eczema, wondering why they got chicken pox, wondering why they coming up with all these herpes simplexes. See that? Baking soda is very good to wash your clothes with, Kayla. It's the box that's getting you. It's the box. But it's different boxes that you can get that don't have the chemicals in it.
That's a reading screen coming up.
Yep, it's coming up. Yeah, it's coming up in like right now. So yeah. All right, here we go. Look at that. Your Doves. I checked all of these. All of these have this stuff in it, y'all. That's why I have these pictures. All of these have this stuff in it. Your toothbrushes. Yes. Your shaving cream. Your razors. Your lady speed stick. All of the stuff that you think make you smell good. Yes. All of it. But guess what? We make natural oils. We make natural toothpaste. We make natural mouthwashes. We make natural deodorant sticks. We have bamboo toothbrushes. So don't y'all ain't gotta cry, y'all. We can replace that with holistic stuff. Because you're gonna need that. We provide all this stuff at the Healing House. You see that? You see that? The best toothbrush is the bamboo toothbrush. But we're gonna answer all of that. Yes, and you're right, on the spiritual level, got all swine and all this stuff too. Stay away from it. All right, let's keep it going. Now, remember I was telling y'all that once the Fasciolopsis boyski poops inside of you, that she found that this Phystotolis byproduct that it poops out, it turns into a bacterium that literally starts its own germination and has its own DNA, right? Now, what this Fasciolopsis boyski does is its DNA turns into this, but the only way it can stay alive is by eating. But first, before we find out what it eats, let's find out this actual bacterium that has its own DNA and how it turns into herpes. Let's read it real quick. Okay. Let me blow it up for you. Let me blow it up for you. Now check this out, y'all. It's finna get deep.
Okay. Clostridium.
Yep, it's called Clostridium.
Clostridium perfringens is a spore-forming gram. It's a what? Spore-forming gram.
Meaning it's a mold bacterium, right? So this mold bacterium is one of it's about 1,700 of them. But this particular mold bacterium actually has its own DNA and RNA, family. This shit straight got its own DNA and RNA. And you will always find this when you checking herpes. You will always find this when you checking HIV, checking AIDS. This is how it becomes a virus. So now you can't say there's a difference between a virus and a bacteria. They work together. And this is in your food. Because this is the poop from the intestinal worms. Check this out. Let's keep reading.
Okay, it's a spore-forming gram-positive bacterium that is found in many environmental sources, as well as in the intestines.
As well as in the what?
Intestines of humans and animals.
Come on. Now, why is it found in the intestines? Because that's where the damn worm, the Fasciolopsis boyski, the hemith worm, this herpes worm is at, pooping inside of your stomach, producing this RNA. Then the moment you weaken it with all these metals and chemistry and chemicals in the atmosphere and from what you're putting in your skin, in your environment, this stuff literally seeps off into your blood, and then boom, you have these viruses. Hold on, let's keep reading. It gets deeper, y'all. Yes, we done the research.
See?
Didn't we do the research?
Yes, indeed.
We did the research.
Oh.
All right, here it go again, y'all. Hold on, it gets, look, this even give you the cycle of this stuff. Pathogenic. Shows you, y'all. Toxic vaccines. This show you how they do it in vaccine. They straight pulling this stuff from cows and from sheep and from pigs and from goats and putting this stuff into chickens and putting it into you. You have to take out if you're trying to heal from HIV and herpes, you have to take out your metal fillings, family. Now we have a lot of cases where they don't take them out and they still heal, but we have a lot of cases where it starts to leak off into the blood barrier and get into the nerves, and then it feeds the parasitic because it's weakening the lymphatic system. So you have to take them aluminum metal fillings out of your teeth, y'all. And that is causing half of your heart diseases too. The metal fillings are very bad. I got a whole video we doing about that as well. So you have to take them out. Y'all see that? Hold on. All right. Now let's see how this herpes virus works. Now we just seen and prove that they eat the poop from off the vegetables or the food, or they eat the poop that the cows and that the chickens and all this meat, which you ain't supposed to be eating meat anyway, eats. And then they eat the meat and then they get the virus from this. Notice I ain't even mentioned sex yet. It do come from sex, but hey, you get it more from this stuff than the sex. And these are facts, y'all. It's all through their database, man. They just hiding it from y'all. And luckily we got scientists and friends and shit that just love us, that want to send us stuff like this all day, every day. So we get the information before y'all. But give it about 5 years. Everything I'm saying now is going to be mainstream. Everything I'm saying now. Trust me. Everything I'm saying now is going to be mainstream. All right. Now check this out, y'all. Now we see that this right here is just, if y'all can see my marker, this is a regular skin cell. All right. Now this regular skin cell, just like any cell, have a nucleus. Y'all see the DNA is inside of it. What happens is when your immunological system gets so weak and you allow Fasciolus buski inside of your blood barrier, and it gets inside of your mucosa membrane and it poops. When it poops, it releases its own type of DNA, and it's called viral DNA. Now, how it merges with your DNA and hijack your body, and what happens is it's something that's protecting the protein in the DNA called a nucleocapsid. Right now, this nucleocapsid is this green like triangular structure here. Notice inside of this nucleocapsid is the DNA viral strand, which comes from the Fasciolopsis buski. Now, inside of this nucleocapsid is the protein structures too. Now, the protein structures, this is why I call it the glycoprotein eating parasite. And this is why when you go get checked, they check you for glycoprotein. That's what they're checking you for, the glycoprotein antibody, because the immunological system builds antibody to fight off the protein. So they check you, and if you check positive for the antibody, they say, well, if you got the antiviral or the antibody, then you must have the protein, which means you have the virus. That's how they check you, y'all. You see that? Now check this out. So the reason why it's in a triangular shape is because the nucleocapsid protein and viral DNA, literally, it connects with your DNA, and then the proteins go to the tip of it and it opens it up and it allows its DNA to merge with yours. It's called the Clostridium. Remember, it's this bacteria that carries the virus that comes from the poop of the Fasciolopsis. Then it merges with your DNA. Now, when it merges it with your DNA, they call this the injected viral DNA, right? It goes through its ejection stage. This point, you don't feel nothing. Your whole body is being hijacked, but you don't feel it, right? Then about 4 to 7 days later, you start getting the outbreak. But this is how it works, y'all. So then once it get in there, it turns into a incorporato viral DNA because it incorporated itself with your DNA. This is when you actually when you contract the herpes. All right. Now it goes and it's inside of your DNA and it links inside the nucleus. It hijacks the nucleus. Remember when we had that certain word and it was literally called Epstein-Barr virus, herpes virus, mononucleosis, that causes amoxicillin rashes, yeast infections, eczema, leukemia rashes, and all of that other stuff. Notice it's called the mononucleosis because what happens is the herpes virus strands literally becomes one inside the nucleus of your cells and causes nucleosis, where the nucleus of your cellular membrane becomes inflamed. All right. Then it goes through its reproductive stage, or it goes through its mass production herpes virus stage. When it goes to mass production, that's when the immunological system starts fighting it. And then you see it gets so big of all of the antivirals that it pops and it erupts through the skin. This is what you call the outbreak, showing you that the outbreak is good because that means your lymphatic system is working for you. But if your lymphatic system is not working for you, it goes dormant. And every now and then it comes out and it breaks out. Y'all see that? Hold on. Hold on. Now, this is actually where this parasite lives at. It loves to live in the central nervous system, and it loves to live in the ganglia. It lives through the ganglia. I mean, it loves the ganglia, but you feed it through aflatoxin toxins, or what you call moldy food. So make sure that you're not leaving your food out, because a certain bacteria comes from it. All that eating leftovers, no more eating leftovers, y'all. Because what happens with these leftovers, if it's left out for a long period of time, it starts to ferment. This is what feeds the parasite, and it also weakens the immunological lymphatical defense system. This will allow the parasite inside your blood capillaries, to literally leave its DNA with you. Then you have herpes, HIV, and all this other stuff. But it only lives throughout the ganglia of the nerve system. That's why in every nerve system have an ending in your epidermis. That's why you always see a mucosa skin reaction or response to this disease. And that's why you feel itching or you feel a burning sensation before you actually have outbreaks, because it's inside of the nervous system. Well, the nervous system is where all of your neurotransmitters are conveyed through to actually correspond through the whole body. All right. So that's why you see Parkinson's disease coming from this herpes. You see Alzheimer's disease coming from herpes. You see dementia coming from herpes. You see multiple sclerosis coming from herpes. All of these are long herpes, not long. When you go a long time without healing or treating the herpes, you get these type of diseases from it. All right. I think that's enough right there. Let's see. All right, let's get one more. All right, I got some reading for you to do, and then we're going to talk about how to heal this stuff. Yep. All right, one more thing to read, then we're going to talk about how to heal this stuff. Now, these are the foods that you must. So now we're getting into the foods that you can't eat, because this is what's feeding the parasite, y'all. All right, this is what feeds the parasite. And these are called poisonous carcinogens. These things causes cancer, they causes molds, they causes fermentation and alcohol and everything else to your foods. And this is what the parasite eat off of, and this is what keeps the parasite around. First thing you have to do is you have to cut off all life sources to the parasite to kill it. Once you kill the parasite, now you can flush the virus out, but you have to kill the parasite first. So the first way to kill it is keeping away all of these foods. All right, let's get it. I'll blow it up a little bit more. All right. Let's get it done.
Okay. Aflatoxins.
So it's called aflatoxins, y'all. Look this stuff up. This is any food that germinate or ferments. Now, this is what they love to eat. They love to eat protein, glycoprotein from your mucous membrane. And I mean, it loves to eat aflatoxins. And these are germinated foods, foods that rotten, foods that putrefy, food that turns into pus, which will be most of your carbohydrated grains and your meats, your white rice and stuff like that. Let's read it.
Are poisonous carcinogens and mutagens that are produced by certain molds.
That is produced by what?
Molds.
Molds that are growing from your foods. Come on.
Aspergillus flavus and Aspergillus parasiticus.
Oh, what?
Parasiticus.
So it's a mold that's called a parasite? Did we just read that? Yes, we did.
Yep.
Yes, we did. Which what?
Which grow in soil.
So it grows in the soil. And what it does?
Hay and vegetation.
Come on.
Hay and grain.
Hold on. Ain't all of your animals eating vegetation, hay, and grain? What is your grains? Your breads? Your rice? What is your hay? Your alfalfa sprouts and stuff like that. Decaying vegetables. We have to watch that. You see that? Come on.
They are regularly found in improperly stored staple commodities such as cassava, chili peppers, cottonseed, millet, peanuts, rice, sesame seeds, sorghum, sunflower seeds, sweet corn, tree nuts, wheat, and a variety of spices. When contaminated, food is processed.
So hold on. So once it's processed, you see that? So when the contaminated food is processed, not only is you getting all the mold from this food, but then they want to preserve the mold. So they put all this nickel and all this titanium and all this aluminum and all this benzocumium on this already on this already toxic, molded, germinated food, y'all. So y'all think y'all eating shit that's fresh off the produce, and it's not. Got all types of pesticides and stuff on it to keep it fresh. Or look, what we found out, they will trick us and they will freeze the shit, y'all. They unfreeze it and put it on the thing, and we wonder why it be wet. That's because they will freeze it with the germs on it, then unfreeze it and sell it to you. Especially these meats, y'all. It's all in that meat and in them dairy products. We have to stay away from meat, protein, and dairy products, yeast, fungus, and processed sugars. This is what's causing the weakness of the immunological system, and it feeds the parasites. And this is what's giving you all of your diseases and viruses. Come on.
When contaminated food is processed, aflatoxins enter the general food supply, where they have been found in both pet and human food.
Man, come on.
As well as in feedstocks for agricultural animals.
Come on.
Animals fed contaminated food can pass aflatoxin transformation products into eggs.
Stop eating dairy products. Come on.
Milk products.
Stop eating dairy products. Come on.
Meat.
Stop eating all that damn meat. See that?
For example, contaminated poultry feed is suspected in the findings of high percentages of samples of aflatoxin contaminated chicken, meat, and eggs in the Indian subcontinent.
Ooh, all right, hold on. Now, man, it gets deeper. Hey, it gets deeper, y'all. Then it shows y'all how this stuff works. Here go to aflatoxin. Notice what they call it: food poisoning, human consumptions. Notice what you see. You see corn. You see your nuts, or what you call your highly active proteins. You see your meat, your cows, and your dairy milk. You see chicken and eggs, and then you see your fattening butters. These things are aflatoxins. That's why you can't eat none of this with herpes. Don't we take you off all of that when we heal you from herpes?
You're on a very strict diet. That's the main part outside of the herbs for your healing.
And notice what these things cause. They cause us fungal infections, yeast infections, and all of that. Now remember, Fasciolopsis buski is a yeast parasite. Now, with that being said, family, I'm gonna turn this off and flip my screen, and we're gonna show y'all how to heal from this stuff. Blow this back up. Am I doing it right? All right, stop screen. All right, I'm back. All right, now let's talk about how to heal this stuff. So, in order to truly rid your body of herpes, to truly cleanse your body of this yeast, sugar, glycoprotein, fermented eating parasitic, the first thing you have to do is kill the parasite, right? That's the first thing you have to do is kill the parasite. And the only way to kill the parasite is by killing it through herbs, bitter herbs, and flushing the duodenum, or flushing the gut. Now, I will give y'all some of the herbs we use. You can start it yourself. The first herb is black walnut hull. Black walnut hull is a very highly alkaline parasite killer. Black walnut hull. You can mix your black walnut hull with sweet wormwood, which is a very, look, they use this in the ancient time. It's mentioned in the book of Revelation because it's so bitter. See, this is why my 3 bitters been killing the game, y'all. All right, so we got black walnut hull. We also have sweet wormwood, and I'm gonna give y'all another one: cloves. Cloves, fresh cloves. Do not buy dry cloves. Use them fresh. If you can, get fresh black walnut hull. Or you can just get my parasite elimination teacher. It's mixed with all of those, right? These things will actually kill the parasite. It will kill the big fluke. Now, the only way to kill off the zygote egg stages is you have to truly get into the sweep. You have to sweep the GI tract. You got to sweep it. I'm just basing off the big parasite now. So your black walnut hull, make sure you take that, right? Your sweet wormwood, make sure you're taking that. Your cloves, make sure you take that. Mix these things together, right? Now, when we actually get inside the gut, if you're trying to cleanse that gut out, always use your Cascara Sagrinde. Very good cleaner. Very good cleaner. Your butcher's broom, very good cleaner. Your scope cap or pavana, very good cleaner. Your slippery bark, these are very good cleansing that will sweep and cleanse the digestive tract. This is what's going to start getting rid of the eggs. But remember, it hatches 25,000 eggs a day. And it take what, 27 days to become fully grown? So what you have to do is, while you're cleansing and getting these things out, you have to stop the food intake. No meat, period. You hear me? No seeds, period. And only a few amount of grains. Now, a quinoa grain, that is very full of lysine. This will help you heal your wounds quicker, and the parasite hate the amino acid L-lysine, but it loves L-arginine because it helps grow things. It helps bring out the outbreaks. You see that? So we suggest you go fully alkaline. Not only fully alkaline, if you're not at the Yaqui detoxification home, then we suggest you go all fruits. Now, if you're with me, you're with Kawhi, Anaya, you're in the building with us, and we're helping you heal. Of course, we're gonna be cooking some good foods for you that you can actually eat that won't get in the way. But people that don't truly know how to cook and eat these things, go on an all fruit diet and make sure you're preparing and washing your fruits. Right? The first, how to properly wash your fruits is you soak them in cold water for at least 20 minutes, and every 5 minutes you soaking them, cleanse them. After that, rinse them for 2 minutes in hot water. Then you can eat them. If any fruits you have got wax on them, don't buy them. If they don't fall straight from up off the tree and get plucked straight from the roots and then go to the store, you don't want them. So always get fully organic with no preservatives and no wax on them, because these things have these metals that I've been talking about. You see that? You see what I'm saying? Now, after you stop the eating and you start killing the parasite and you're sweeping and cleansing the guts, this is where we get into what I have named herbal amino acid therapy. That is what Yaqui Awaken Herbal Health Club, Botanical Health Club uses to cleanse any virus. Whether it's HIV, we got cases fully healed. Whether it's HSV, we got cases fully healed. Whether it's HPV, we got cases fully healed. Cancer, cases fully healed. Sickle cell anemia, edema, lymphozemia. I mean, I don't care what disease y'all talking about. It's been healed through our herbal protocols. But the only way you can do this is through amino acid therapy, because I have to reach the DNA. I have to get down into the DNA. The only way to penetrate a cell is through alcohol. That's the way that the Phylloxera busci penetrates your cells. What it does is it waits till all this germinated fermented foods fermentates. Now, what happens when grapes ferment? It turns into alcohol. It's where you get your wine from. This same thing is produced by your liver from eating too many moldy, yeasty, germinated, processed foods. So the moment your blood gets full with the alcohol chemistry, now it can penetrate your cells, and it poops and it merges its DNA from the bacterium with yours. All right? So stop the foods. Now amino acid therapy. Our amino acid therapy packages or the bomb, y'all, is healing everything on this earth right now. So the amino acid therapy, we sell them in protocols or we sell them in packages. What they usually consist of is what's going, and I talk about this all the time. Your digestion, we clean out the digestive tract. Then we focus on absorption, meaning you're absorbing these minerals, because now you have got rid of Fasciolopsis boyski. He's gone. You see that Fasciolopsis boyski is no longer in your body, so it's not eating your food that's coming in and making you stop eating for it can germinate or fermentate and you can eat it. So now you are absorbing again. Then we're focusing on utilization. So I'm going to give you berries, things that are high in berries, weed berries. I love weed berries. What I mean by weed, I mean herbal weeds, things that they consider weeds. Go-to berries, juniper berries, Scandinavian berries, these type of berries. These are going to address the glandular highway. These are going to address the hormones. These are going to address the steroids, the cortisol. These are going to go after literally the nervous system and go after the 7 computers or spirits that's in your body that they call the chakras. Once you get these back online, your adrenals back online. Now the electricity from the nervous system is activated again. Guess what? This virus hates. It hates an activated nervous system, because what it does is live in the Golgi of the nervous system, throughout the spinal column, in the Golgi apparatus. It loves that. See that? So once we get the nervous system back activated, this creates something called shock therapy treatment. You're shocking and zapping the shit out of these things. The virus hate these. So now you start pooping, and when you're pooping out these things, you're pooping out little bitty pebbles, and you're wondering what it is. These are the eggs that was just turning into the actual juvenile pinworms or hookworms. I mean, fluke worms. Now you're getting them out. Not only that, we're cleansing the blood up because the blood got to maintain its pH balance. You see that? We're bringing more oxygen and iron phosphate into the blood. Then we're getting the thyroid right for the calcium, and the parathyroid hormone can start regulating itself right. We do that through sea moss, through bladderwrack, through kelp, through dose, through club moss. We look to the sea for the calcium to build back up your calcium matrix, or what we call the bone structure. All right. Not only that, we cleansing the kidneys, opening up the kidneys, and we giving you things that's going to move the lymphatic system. You see that? Things like feverfew. It's going to move the lymphatic system. Things like cat's claw is going to move the lymphatic system. Things like cleaver's leaf is going to move the lymphatic system. But remember, I got my berries, which is going to help out my kidneys and help out my glandular highway. Hydrangea root is going to open up the urethra system, open up the renal system. You see that? So now my kidneys open, and I'm moving my lymphatical defense system. So guess what's happening? All of these viruses and cells are dying off and being moved through the lymphatic system, and the lymphatic system are taking them to the kidneys. Now the kidneys can filter and process them out of the body. We didn't heal people of HSV in less than 30 days. Some people take 9 months. Some people take a year or two. It all depends on how suppressed your lymphatic immunological system really is. You see that? So the only true way to really get inside the cell is by way of heating up your herbs or putting alcohol in them to actually pass the blood barrier, just the same way that this damn parasite and virus do. We have to think the same way. And then we get inside of there and we open up that capsule, the envelope capsule, and now we're able to clean all of the virus out. We sweep it into the lymphatic system, and then we get by way of it by way of perspiration, sweating, going to the medical sauna, in your kidneys by way of urination, in your bowels by way of going to the bathroom. That is our amino acid therapeutic approach, y'all, and it works time and time and time and time again. And we done healed so many people from it. So many people. So if you are suffering from herpes, if you are suffering from any of these viruses and disease, change your diet. Go all the way raw, period. Unless you are in the detoxification home, you can eat cooked foods. If you're not with us, we don't recommend that, because we know y'all gonna do it wrong, and then y'all gonna end up feeding fermentation to the worm, and it ain't gonna go nowhere. You see that? Start your detoxification mechanism. Yes, frozen fruits are good if you buy them right before they ripen stage in their nitrogenous stage, and then you freeze them. And then when you unripe them, they ripe on their own, then take them. But never buy food that's ripe and freeze them, because fermentation happens even when the food is frozen. So be very, very careful with that. All right. Now, remember, you need nitrogen to grow shit. So nitrogen is a protein. So it's good for, just like arginine, nitrogen, that's nitrogen is base. It's good to grow the cells, just like estrogen is good to grow the cells. But when it produces too much, the body cannot break it down, and the hydrochloric acid that's in your stomach capsule cannot break these things down. So now you're producing all this bicarbonate that's produced by the pancreas, and then fermentation is going to take place through the bile duct. And then now you got hepatitis B, you got all type of liver and bowel problems due to a down pancreas, and your sugars are fermenting before it hits your bloodstream. Now your sugar and your glycogen is high, and your insulin stop work. So we recommend that you don't even freeze your fruits. You buy them raw, buy them ripe, and eat them that day. All right. Does the IgG levels affect the healing time? No, it don't. We just talk. What's funny is, man, Kawhi was just talking about that the other day. Man, all that's bull crap. The IgG is just showing you whether you have a weak immune system or a not weak immune system. You see what I'm saying? When the IgG, everybody's scared when the IgG level is very, very high. Why? That just means your body is creating antibodies to match the protein of the parasitic that's in you. The higher it is, that means the more your immunological system, or what we call the lymphatical defense system, is working. It's working for you in your favor. The lower it is, that means it's either lying dormant or you're getting rid of it. But if it's high and you never took no herbs, that's a good thing. You see what I'm saying? If you see a high and it start going low as you take your herbs, that's a good thing too. So it's a teeter-totter with it. You just got to be into this health industry to truly understand the CBC charts and the blood work and the renal panels and all of that. But yeah, so that's how it goes. So first thing you have to do is change your diet. Make sure you change your diet to a all fruit diet, all vegetable diet. Make sure you're properly washing your fruits and vegetables. Get on the amino acid therapeutic package. If you can't afford the amino acid therapeutic package, always start off with the oregano oil. Always start off with our parasite elimination bundle and the 3 bitters. 3 bitters, 3 bitters, 3 bitters. Y'all, I can't say it enough, right? And you can make your own bitters. Just look at my just look at my ingredients. All my ingredients is on my stuff. Just don't be jacking my names, or my name shouldn't sound like your name shouldn't sound close to my name. Make your own names up, y'all. I'm already giving y'all the information for free. Quit jacking. I'm offended by it. And it's over 10 people that's doing this. So if y'all don't change it, I'm gonna have to say something about it. And remember, I own all the names to my products, so I can't technically sue y'all. I ain't that type of person, but I can take it there. So just do me the respect and honors and stop doing it. Y'all already taking everything else that I'm giving y'all and directly imitating me. That's cool because that's how you learn. But quit taking my names, or my name shouldn't even sound, y'all name shouldn't even sound similar to my names. All right. So after you change your diet, most definitely take your parasitic eliminations. And that's what mine's called. And mine is full of the black walnut hull. Mine is full of the sweet wormwood, and mine is full of the clove to start killing out the big mature ones. Then you have to sweep the intestinal tract. You can sweep that with my GI super mover, with my gut restoration tonic, and with my 3 bitters. That's gonna get rid of the baby eggs and stuff like that. All this is happening at the same time. While we're doing that at the same time, now we're cleansing. We're getting inside and we're starting to cleanse on the blood. We're starting to pull from the cells. We're opening up the cellular capsules and we pulling all of this RNA up out of there, and we're moving the lymphatic system, and we're opening up the kidneys for kidney filtration. Kidney filtration is key. These kidneys is key, y'all. This is key to your healing. And we have to get rid of all of these metals. So the 4th stage. Now, I'm saying that 4th stage is because I'm trying to teach y'all, but all of this go together. You see that? All of this go together. You have to stay away from the things that's causing the weakening of the lymphatic immunological system. Stay away from nickel. Stay away from chromate. Stay away from titanium. Stay away from the zirconium. Stay away from all these things. And how you stay away from all these things is quit messing with things that are chemically processed. All right. Make sure if you wear something, it's 100% cotton. Make sure if you brush your teeth, you're brushing it with homemade teeth solutions. You're brushing it with your own toothpaste. We create our own toothpaste. Make sure if you're using deodorants, you're using homemade deodorants from natural products, fully organic. We make our own natural deodorant. You see that? Everything you use absorbs in your skin. Your skin is not only the biggest eliminating organ of your body, but it's the biggest absorption organ of your body as well. And you will see, as you keep on this and you stay on that amino acid package and you keep to your diet, you wake up and you don't have this stuff no more. You see that? You see that? What type of tea in the pot we should make? All right, I'm going to open this up for the questions. If y'all got some understanding, understanding so far of this whole entire lesson, type in some 9s and then I'll ask questions. All right? If y'all got all that, let me know. Yes, most definitely glass pots or 100% copper pots. If y'all got that so far, type in some 9s and I will allow, it's 11 o'clock. I was supposed to stop 5 minutes ago. I'll allow 10 minutes for questions, long as it's pertaining to the lesson, because this is going back up. That's, oh, Dana's on it. That's right up, Diana. Thank you, Diana. She's typing in everything I've been saying. All praises. Nickel. That's what I'm talking about, Queen. Y'all see that? All right, so now I am allowing the floor for questions that have to do with herpes, nothing else. Or I will ignore you. I'll ignore you real quick. Because this video is going back up for people that want to learn about herpes. And we're going to break this video up too, for y'all can learn in the stages because it's very long. All right, let's get it. I answer this one question, even though it ain't got nothing to do with herpes. It said I paid for a consultation, still haven't received the response. We got hundreds and we down there at 1,000 consultations, brother. So we're going through people every day, calling them and setting them. That just means we ain't got to you yet, bro. That's all that is. I ain't answering nothing else that ain't got to do with herpes, y'all. Can these protocols be used? Hold on, what was that? All right, I'm gonna do this one first. This one says, does sea moss feed arginine? In a way, but it don't. Remember, arginine is a non-essential amino acid, so it feeds it, but not in a way that it feeds lysine. It directly feeds lysine, and lysine is due to lysine is your cellular proliferator that actually help carry calcium throughout the body, which is an alkalizer. So sea moss is very, very good for lysine. It produces a little arginine, but it's all right. It ain't gonna do nothing to your herpes or to it. Help. Sea moss actually help you get rid of herpes. Would detoxing a child with eczema be the same? Yes, it'll be the exact same, Zoe Davis, but it'll be according to their weight. That's why if you look on our if you actually look on our instruction manual, it actually shows you how to do it by weight. Destiny, can I come to Yaki house? Yes, all you have to do is reach out to Yaki Awaken Detox Home. Yaki Awaken Detox Home, and that'll be a way that you can actually get on. You can get on and come to the house. Yaki Awaken Detox Home. Yaki Awaken Yaki Detox Home at gmail.com. Matter of fact, let me put it in here. Yaki Detox Home at gmail.com. All right, here we go, y'all. Email that. We send you over the papers. You're going to be able to do this straight from the website in a few weeks. But right now, we're doing it that way. I just put it in there, y'all. Somebody else can post it as well. When is the store and clinic restaurant opening? That'll be open sometime in December. But Janetta, they ain't got nothing to do with this lesson. What else we got? What else we got? Okay, here we go. Here goes some good questions. It says, when the outbreak comes, does it also break out under the arms and breasts? Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't. It all depends on how the parasite is manifested in your body and where the virus is living through your ganglion nerves. Your ganglion nerves go all throughout your body. So if it's at the nerves under your lymph nodes, under your breast, you will see the expiration there. You will see the expelling of the virus there. It all depends on where it's living at inside of your body. Repentant Soul 22. How long should we be fruit-based before starting the herbs? Good question. We recommend that you be fruit-based for at least a week or two before starting the herbs. But if you buy amino acid therapeutic package, you can literally download our amino acid therapeutic program. And for the program, you can actually read. We got 1, 2, and 3 on the levels. And the first level is not even all fruit. Once you get to all fruit, that's when you're on the herbs. So you actually still got things to eat when you're not on the fruit. When you're not on the herbs, and that's level 1 and 2. So each level that you go to actually goes more into a fruit diet, each level you go to. All right. If we don't have money for the amino acid package, what can we start that's affordable? I think the amino acid therapeutic package is affordable. For a lot of people, we sell them a lot, but for people that can't do it, like I said, start off on the 3 bitters most definitely, and get the parasite elimination bundle. In the GI Super Mover, the 3 bitters, the parasite elimination bundle, and the GI Super Mover. And if you can afford it, throw in the kidneys. But all of our herbs got kidney filtration molecules from the alkaline herbs in them. So everything we sell promotes kidney filtration, but you will want to hit them kidneys direct and on. But the 3 bitters, the parasite elimination, and the GI Super Mover are good things to start off with. All right. Let's see who else we got. And if I'm missing y'all, forgive me. It's so many people asking stuff. The same thing. Can fasting help with getting rid of herpes? Of course, yes, all things Jen. Fasting is most definitely a great contribution to helping get rid of it. But you most definitely going to need some herbs because you're dealing with DNA and RNA. Now, don't get it twisted. Fasting do reset and rejumps your autonomic and your lymphatical immunological system, but we're talking about cleansing the DNA though. We have to cleanse the DNA. You most definitely going to need herbal botanicals for that. And that's the reason why if you get into the scriptures, it says that the herbs is for the healing of the nation. Some things you just need herbs for, and it just is what it is. And we're so genetically down right now, and so in a state of genetic deterioration, where herbs are toners and strengtheners. Now they're not only cleansers like fruits and stuff is, but they're toners and strengtheners as well. That's right, Diana. Thank you, Queen Diana. On it. Okay, what if you show no symptoms? Does it still mean you have it? Yes, it does, Queen B. Half the people are asymptomatic, meaning half of the people walking around have herpes and will not test positive for it, nor will they show any symptoms. It's going to take a moment in time in life where the food actually fermentates one day and then it finally pop out. So yeah, a lot of people walking around and don't have it. And people that are asymptomatic like that can still pass the herpes virus without testing positive for it or without having any symptoms. And we see many cases like that all the time, family. So it's just good to cleanse your body. Even if you're not dealing with me, family, take some herbs, change your diet, and cleanse your body. Take time for your health and cleanse your body. What else we got? Thank you. I'm just mentioning having veggies on this live. I just want to double check. Yes, most definitely. Let's see. All right, I got one more. Is the shipping time the same? So far, yeah, but I mean, we're working on it. We're trying to get the shippings faster and faster. But it's so many of y'all coming to us, y'all. It's so many of y'all. We're healing and for helping y'all with y'all healing modalities. So shipping time do take a while, but you have time. Everybody complaining about the shipping. This is the time you can focus on changing your diet. This is the time you focus on preparation, getting your journals ready, changing your diet, getting out toxins from your homes, getting out bad dishes and from your home, getting away all the chemicals and wrong clothing out of your house. So the time that you're waiting on the shipping, instead of complaining and blowing my phone up and blowing our email up, make sure y'all create an environment for when they finally get to you, y'all can heal. That's what I think is a good time. You're waiting, a good time that you're waiting on the ship. That's the best time to get your house in order to receive your healing when the herbs do get to you. We rebuilding a new website. It should be done in next several weeks. Shipping will be better then, but right now shipping is so long, y'all, because we got the detoxification home. I'm building the storefront, the clinic, the vegan restaurant. Everything is going on at one time. Plus we working with limited staff. So yeah, shipping is still taking a few weeks to get to y'all, but hey, use that time that waiting on your herbs to get your mental prepared. All right, what else we got? Thanks, makes so much sense. All praises. Queen B, is there a wait list for the detoxification home? Yes, it is. We've been squeezing in a lot of cancer patients. We ain't getting no sleep, y'all. We've been squeezing in a lot of cancer patients lately, so we got a lot of cancer patients coming in the next couple months. So it is a waiting list, unless it's something like cancer or full-blown AIDS and stuff like that. We'll get you in ASAP and we just make a room for you. But other than that, it is a little, it's about 2-3 months back. You know what I'm saying? All right, look, I'm done answering questions. We passed the time, family. Who is this? Hold on. What to say? It says allowed to follow. Oh, follow 3 bitters. Yes, most definitely. You can take the 3 bitters and the 4 elements at the same time, family. Look, with that being said, I love y'all indeed in the truth. I hope y'all truly, truly learned something today. I hope y'all take heed. I hope y'all apply everything that y'all learned, put into practical application. It's time to heal, family. If y'all need me, the website is www.yakiawaken.com. The new website will be up and launched in a few weeks, so y'all will love that. It's way more friendlier for y'all and everything. All these bugs and glitches that we working through Wix, a lot of messages get unread because we don't see them because there's so many glitches and so many people on the site at one time. But this new site we building from the ground up with our own code, writing, coding, and all of that. We got a sister doing it for us. She's very amazing and talented, so we won't be dealing with none of that no more. There will be no voice that go unheard. There will be no message that go unseen. None of that. So everything is getting better and better. Just keep praying for me, family. Pray for my protection. And look, I'm gonna keep healing and I'm gonna keep giving y'all this vital information. Y'all can contact me at www.yakiawaken.com. Make sure y'all like, y'all subscribe, y'all follow to all the pages, and y'all share and share and share. This information is vital, and our people truly need it because our people truly need healing. So bless y'all, love y'all, shalom, shalom, and I hope this video was very, very edifying to y'all. Peace.